I just went live.
The
You went
future.
live?
I still
Did you
can't
really?
move over my
pretty big.
fucking mouse
Nice.
It's
to
got
my
a phone
second
holder in the
monitor.
middle.
Mark, help.
Mark, help.
What?
I can't move my mouse when I have Discord open in full screen. I can't move my oh wait. I can sometimes move my mouse over to my second screen, but the other times it locks. Help.
You try Googling it.
No. I can't because I
Google
can't
or
move my mouse over there to Google it.
Can't lift my head up high enough. My screen is like the whole from like
Well, it's fine
So
now
my
because
neck
I don't
down
need
is
to,
cut
I don't
out.
need to move over to this screen anymore with Discord on there. So I guess it's fine. I'll figure it out one of these days.
We'll deal with it.
I'll Google it one of these days. Never.
Do you have a boom arm now, James?
Yeah. Well, it's scissor.
Did you always have one?
Yeah.
Did you just not use it for a little while?
No, I've been using it since I think we started this podcast.
It always looked like it was sitting on your desk. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've always been using this.
Okay,
All right.
I see you.
That's what he says,
I
but
get
it's
it.
not true.
It is true. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Level
We
Up
hate it, bud.
Podcast episode. I don't know what episode this is. What episode is this?
30 something.
Sure.
5.
Sure.
Are
Welcome.
you live right now?
I am live. What
Oh,
part of
I didn't think
hey,
of
I'm
that.
live, didn't you hear?
Oh. I thought you were on that screen.
I am on a screen that says live.
Several screens.
I'm curious to see how well this will work.
Just stuck on one.
True. Pretty good. How are you, man?
How is everyone today?
I'm alive. I'm doing well.
Pretty tired.
We have yeah, me too. Well, we have one new face, one
Mhm.
returning face, and two, mainstay
Faces.
faces.
Emojis.
So everybody watching, you may notice that we are missing one bald-headed man. He is being lame and hanging out with family. Like, who does that? I mean, really?
No, I'm definitely a walker. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just have hair.
just a lot more hair, a lot more hair and a lot skinnier.
he dropped a lot of weight and gained a lot of hair.
Yeah, don't let my appearance fool you.
So yeah, he's busy with family, while he's up here,
Doing that family stuff.
doing that family stuff. So we got Mark and Nate here,
Oh yeah.
What's up?
and then also always joined by Jeff here, except when I'm not.
Hi.
Because sometimes there was that James and Jeremy show a few times. We've done it like once or twice.
Couple times.
Yeah, a few times.
I remember. I was there for those.
You were. In spirit.
In spirit.
In spirit. So, episode 35, I guess. I guess this would be the part where Walker says we've had, thank you all for the, I have no idea how many viewers we've had. Downloads. I am not prepared for this. 438 downloads across
Oof.
all platforms, so thank you.
That's pretty good.
Every time, so
Okay.
I just got an email from YouTube saying my channel's live. Every time I get an email, I'm just expecting to see like, hey, some of your shit's been copyright strike or claimed. I'm just waiting for it every single time. I streamed Near Automata and yeah, it showed up. It was just like maybe like an hour later. It's like content ID claimed, and I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I wasn't even there for that.
What?
I wasn't even there for that.
Yeah, were you?
No, that's the idea.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is a fucking train wreck. I'm half asleep. Mark seems like he's half asleep, and these two goofballs above me, Nate.
I'm always sleeping.
Yeah, me too. Mark and Jeff seem like they're a bunch of bubbly. Well, especially Nate right here. It seems like he's full of like piss and vinegar right now.
So,
And vinegar.
okay, so I'm like playing my shirt, and my camera doesn't apparently like my shirt linear pattern, and it just makes it look all weird on my shoulders and shit. I don't know.
The shit that amuses your small brain.
God.
Oh my god.
Gotta have fun somewhere.
Occasionally.
Let me grab some keys and jingle it in front of you.
Dude, maybe that honestly might entertain me. I don't know.
A little bit of twine, I'm fine.
A little bit of twine, I'm fine.
All right. So who wants to start with their week or their lives? Who cares? Who wants to start? I'm not starting. I'm tired.
I can go.
All right, Nate, you
Do
volunteer.
it, bitch.
All right, full send, my friends, full send. So, what have I been up to? Honestly, so on a somber note, other than me downloading Borderlands 3 because I've been starting to get into that, I've been having a little bit of difficulty playing video games or doing anything at the moment. So I haven't really done anything too interesting. Work's just been a lot. I've been working a ton. Doing a lot of research on like the iPhone stuff because I'm a big Apple fanboy. You know how it is. But no, honestly, just looking at getting my car stuff done, hanging out with some friends, and trying to get. Oh, I finished up. James helped me out the other night. I finished up the majority of my stream.
Oh, did you?
My stream package.
Nice.
Yeah, because I
That's a
finally
win.
have that done. Yeah, it is. It's a solid win. Other than that, it's not been too exciting in the life of good old Nate today. The past, I say, week or two since I've been on the podcast. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I know I've done something. What have I done?
That thing you
Oh,
do
I
sometimes.
went to a
what you-
wedding.
I
That
know
was
what you
fun.
didn't do.
Weddings are cool. Other than that, I've been catching up on some of my comics recently. That's what I've been
Nice.
doing. That's a big thing I've been getting back into
That
because
is a win.
that's like the root of my nerddom would be like comics and DC and Marvel and stuffs,
My nerd.
and not just like basic MCU people, but you know.
The basic plebs, if you will.
Yeah, those movies are fantastic, and I love the community, but
Sure.
I can't 100% say a lot of them don't know what they're talking about, in my opinion. And that, unfortunately, that is a gatekeeper aspect that I have to break, but oh well. I do unfortunately have a bit of a gatekeeper mindset when it comes to that because like I grew up in a comic shop and all that shit. But yeah, man, not a whole lot. Been waiting to hear back about this new job. I have to wait for the interview, but I know they
Oh, shit.
received my information. It's another thing at fucking Best Buy because I'm not getting out of there right now. So I wouldn't say it's the best job, but like it's the best job in Erie, and like it has room to like transfer if I want to go to like New York, Florida, California, anywhere.
California.
I figure I stay in the company. But yeah, not a ton from me. If anyone else wants to go now, that's all I got at the moment.
Who wants to go? Actually, you know what, Mark? You go.
Okay, doke.
How's the server?
Honestly, I haven't been working on it too much. The majority of the server is pretty much good to go. Like all the bugs are taken care of, all the functionality is good to go. We're just adding features at this point.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's
Little
just like,
features and
what else
fixing
do
what
we
they
want to
break.
do? I'm sorry?
Adding features and fixing what they break.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Nice.
So as of right now, I'm working on like a player UI thing. So instead of players typing in commands and doing shit, they just like press a key and it brings up a menu and they do it that way instead.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that's my project. I know Jeff is working on a what's it called?
Little story.
Yeah, story arc.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Are you also going to make a filler arc? Non-canon story.
There's gonna be one spot where there's two characters that just yell at each other.
Nice.
It's
That's
just
always
like
good.
ah.
For 14
Just like
episodes.
Super Saiyan leveling.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be amazing. One's gonna have blue hair, the other's gonna have yellow hair and a tail.
Sick.
It's
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
nasty.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah,
wearing
it's
clown
dope.
costumes.
Ultimate Story Show.
When do you guys plan? I just out of curiosity, is there a live date yet? Like I know
Uh,
it's
We've
now.
we've been in open beta for a while, so
Okay.
Anybody
Is there
can
like an
join.
alpha yet? Or a plan for an alpha?
we already did an alpha
Yeah.
and all of that.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, alpha comes before beta. That makes sense.
Honestly, to get it into more of a live state, we just need more reoccurring players that want to
Okay.
play. And like,
If I
it'll
can
take
get- If I can get 5M to cooperate with me, I'd be on that shit. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong with 5M.
You're more than welcome to join.
Well, you have to.
I'm in the server. Jeff added me and everything. I just have to get into it. My fucking 5M doesn't like me.
You have to get into the actual game first, like in the regular.
Yeah, if you haven't
In the
done
regular
that.
launcher. Like you have to actually like load up the regular game first one time.
I thought you had. Okay, maybe because I had to re-download it because it was originally on the social club and then it like disappeared and like everything crashed on me. So it made me download it. I had to rebuy it and everything from Steam. And I figured that'd be easier anyhow because people say Steam works better with 5M.
Yep. So
So,
yeah,
no.
all you got to do is open the game up. Just open story mode up for like 5 minutes, and then
Okay.
save, and also adjust your settings in there too, because the settings carry over.
I don't know what,
Especially
what do you
the
mean
voice
settings?
Yeah, especially the voice settings,
Okay.
and then try it, and that should work in theory.
Nice.
In
Oh
theory.
yeah, I'll definitely try that.
That's a big thing. In theory.
That's probably what I'll do tomorrow. Then I'll play around and try to get in there and go check it out. And you still need to make a character and everything.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So once we start getting more reoccurring players that can fill like the police and EMS roles, then I think it'll work out a bit more.
Nice.
But it's live for the most part.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
really
nothing
cool.
too crazy there. I guess this week I finished Gears 5 last week,
Oh
and
shit.
then
Okay, cool.
been playing Fallout 76 again for some reason. So
I'm sorry.
it's actually not as bad as I expected. Like whenever I first got it, I was one of the hypers. It was like this game's gonna be great, and then it happened, and here we are trying to still make it better. But I enjoyed myself. The little qualities of life updates that they've made are just a lot more enjoyable. Like they made it so you can track quests a lot easier, track public events, like literally the events around the map instead of it you randomly stumbling into one and it starts like they're all around the map all the time,
Oh,
and
that's
then
pretty
you
cool.
can see if people are on it or doing it. Like it's just a lot more communal now, at least in my opinion. So I'm
Well,
giving it a try again.
That's important
I-
for like a pseudo MMO, you know, having a communal,
Definitely.
communal experience.
I genuinely think the game has a ton of potential, contrary to like the vast majority being like, this game sucks. And I'm just like, well, you got to understand this was like Bethesda's first real go. And I say a real go because ESO was kind of a flop. Well, like ESO is still relatively good in my opinion, but
It's still pretty popular, yeah.
ESO's
yeah,
great.
like ESO. Okay, so ESO is great now. ESO, I played it when it
When it-
first came out, and that game
yeah.
was bad. That
Oh,
just
yeah,
seems
it
to
was
be
like
Bethesda's
14.
thing. Like 76, I think will be good in like a year or two. It'll be fantastic, more than likely. Well, that's just like my 2 cents on that.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I hope so, but can never be too sure with Bethesda.
Yeah.
Nope. Never be too sure with
s-
them.
Yeah, so I did that in Gears 5. That wasn't too bad. If you have Game Pass, I'd recommend it. I
So,
wouldn't.
Mark,
Go ahead.
I got Gear Pass, Game Pass, and
Gear Pass.
I've been playing Gears 5, and I've been enjoying it.
How far are you through it?
Like the 4th act. Yeah, Walker. I
jeez.
don't care if my tag is in front of my face. I really don't care right now. I'm really tired of just that shit.
Oh, geez, you're already pretty much all the way through.
Well, no, I'm like chapter 1, act 4.
Oh, you said fourth act. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, no, yeah, it's like act 1, chapter 4 or whatever.
You've been playing for a bit.
No, no, not at all.
Yeah. Whenever I first started playing it, I really enjoyed it, and I got to like I'm gonna say the end of the second, maybe third act. You could start seeing the problems with it. I don't want to point them out and ruin it, but like
Well, I
there's
mean,
definitely
it's,
a few issues.
so. Do you have you played like what was the last Gears game you played like prior to 5?
Gears 3. I didn't play Gears 4.
I haven't played a Gears of War game since 2.
I think same, honestly.
So like this is
Yeah, I know
this is
2 was
still like
popular.
this is still like a kind of almost like a new experience still for me.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like I definitely give it like a 7 out of 10. Like I
Too much
the
water.
reason
7.6 out
I'm
of 10.
sorry.
Too much water.
pretty much. Like I had such high hopes for it, and then I finished the story, and they Game of Thrones me, and
Oh,
that's it. Like I'm hoping for another one, but they hyped up PS5 so much, so it's just like really disappointing that they hyped it up, and I still have to wait for another game.
yeah. I don't know. I was actually shocked by how well my computer actually runs it. Like I can get 4K
Oh
on
yeah, I
my.
can run it on Ultra, no problem.
I can run it on Ultra too at like 5 frames per second. So that's pretty.
So like I feel like that's the so to like to I don't even know, to I guess bounce off of what Mark was saying with the whole having to wait for another game. I feel like that's becoming like a consistent theme with all these big like AAA titles now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know like how we are on spoilers for games on here. I personally have no idea how it goes, but what I saw was on Borderlands, supposedly, this was something I saw online, and I don't know if like this is something that anyone wants me to talk about or want me to like wait on because it is a fairly new game.
Yeah.
So before I continue,
I would give it like a month and a half, 2 months
before I say anything,
before we talk spoilers.
it has nothing to do with the plot.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it has zero to do with the plot. It's just it's a screen that I saw at the end of the game, but it has nothing to do with the plot at all.
Okay.
So all it said is continued in 4.
Okay.
So I don't
It's
know if
just
that's
disappointing.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like a continuous thing that I see with these AAA titles that are like, well, let's just keep people on cliffhangers because they will come back. Like,
and then Randy Pitchford somehow manages to run the game into the ground or something, or run his company into the ground. And
do you not
That's
like
fine.
Borderlands?
I don't like Randy Pitchford.
Fair enough.
I don't like Randy Pitchford. So it. Well,
Why is that?
I mean, do you listen to the podcast?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, how many
The
times?
name just doesn't ring a bell too much, to be honest.
So Randy Pitchford's the dude that had his pornography and trade secrets flash drive that he left at a medieval times event.
Oh, I remember that now.
and the guy that actually physically assaults his employees, and the guy
Oh.
who stole money from Sega to put into Borderlands, and the
Yeah, that
guy
fucker.
and the guy that kind of has a huge beef with the original voice actor for Claptrap because
that pissed me off.
because he doesn't want to pay him.
I hate this new guy. Doesn't sound like Claptrap at all.
So just saying. Yeah.
No,
so,
I agree.
So Randy
because
Pitchford's kind of
like
an ass.
that's honestly my biggest complaint with Randy is that the Claptrap thing because that voice is iconic and everyone's like, "Oh, Claptrap sounds fine." I'm like, "Do you listen to what you're hearing? Like, can you like physically tell like that's not the same voice even in the slightest?"
That dude
Like, it
never
just
made
bothersome.
a cent off of doing the voice of Claptrap.
Seriously?
No, because he was already working for the company on the project, so they just figured, hey, he could just do this for free. And then
That's
when he left
fucked.
the company and he actually wanted money, they go, fuck off.
Like I just said though, like
You're
that's
gonna
an
get this for-
iconic voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get paid? Fuck off. No, you don't. You just do this for free.
No.
You'll do this for exposure. Exposure credits.
How's it feel to want, you know?
Echo-ish.
So, anything else, Mark?
Nothing really. Yeah, I guess those are the big things for the week. Just, I'm working on websites. I'm making this one for these people in Kenya. So that
Nice.
takes up the most of my time.
Nice.
They say if you work on Kenyan websites long enough, you'll run as fast as one. Are
I
you
hope
noticing
so.
any increases in your ability to run at like
Mach 10.
It's been a while since I've had to run that fast, but
let me
you know,
know.
now I think about it.
Well,
I'd have to.
report back. Report back to us.
Yeah, we have to know.
Yeah, with pictures.
Yeah.
Picture didn't happen.
Exactly.
Get a radar gun and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Post your scores or it didn't happen.
yeah, speed run that fuck.
Yeah.
As fast as you
Hell
can.
yeah.
And everyone he does, he gets a little quicker.
All right, guys. I'm working on my times this week. I'm gonna hopefully try to avoid this RNG heavy area. That's the hurdles. You know, I'm gonna
Just
try
come out of
to.
nowhere.
Yeah, they just come out of nowhere. I'm just gonna.
Run
I'm
and
also going
jump.
to try to do
Run
this
and jump.
this crazy glitch exploit where I clip through the ground and appear at the finish line. So that's like a tenth of a frame. Perfect trick.
Yeah, you gotta save load real quick so you can get through the hurdles
Yeah.
without losing time. Yeah. It's still a no cheat percent. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no big deal.
Jeff, do you want to go or do you want me to go? Doesn't matter.
I don't care. I didn't do much this week. I just I slept a lot. I slept a ton, dude. I feel like I've gotten a month's worth of sleep in the last like week.
I miss sleep.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
miss
usually don't
Dang.
sleep, but I've been doing a lot of it. And then I got the entire castle like reorganized and set the studio. I got this mic over here working. I'm streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch presently. So, yeah, bro, I'm trying to. I don't
Get
know.
it going.
Yeah.
Heck the man is what I say.
Yeah. Eventually they'll catch on, but hopefully that won't be for a while.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
I mean,
Quick question for the two owners of the podcast. Is it just you two that you guys want streaming, or like is it cool if other people stream the podcast as it's live?
we don't.
I don't care personally. Yeah.
No, we don't care.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
So I've never done it because I didn't know how it was, but more exposure for the podcast.
This
'cause I
is
know
the
I have
Wild
like
Wild West, baby.
it's
There
the
are no
Wild
rules.
West.
Yeah. The wild, wild west. Not that fake Wild West, but real wild.
Yeah, this is like that movie
like-
starring Will Smith.
I was gonna
that's
say
that's
the
what
Will,
I
which
get
Will
from,
Smith Wild West.
Yeah.
You know the part where they have the collars on their neck? It's like
Yeah.
It's like that real.
Whoa, that's so.
That's
real.
heavy shit, bro.
Heavy.
Fogger says it's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is he watching?
Denied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
unacceptable. I mean, I guess majority rules then. So
That means you can't. Walker takes up everybody's
Is
vote. He says it ain't no charity, bitch.
it ain't no charity? Oof.
Nah. Yeah, dude, totally. Actually, I wanted to get with you guys at some point.
Define get with.
Like naked.
Oh,
Naked
okay.
dancing.
You don't even have to ask.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun time.
Fun time.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I haven't really done too much. I've been actually thinking about what game to pick up. I scooped up a couple of them that were, good deals on. Humble Bundle had a killer deal on
Nice.
horror games for a second, and then I picked up. What did I pick up? I think I picked something up on. Oh, Project High Rise.
nice.
Mark played it. He knows.
Ooh,
you remember
too much time.
Yeah, if you remember Sim Tower from back in the day, when in high school we used to use like the Mac Blueberries or the fucking
The old IMAX that had
Yeah.
a see-through back to them.
yeah.
Those were sick.
Those were sick. I had a friend that used to turn those into fish tanks. But anyways,
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah, they were cool as hell. But yeah, if you remember Sim Tower, you'll love this one. I found it on what is it, G2A? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Oh, good old G2A.
Got it for like $3.
Good
I was
old-
like,
good
yep,
old
let me play.
G2A. Did they tell
Love
you?
that gray market.
Did they
And it
tell
is
you
very
to,
addictive.
Did they tell you to sponsor their stuff without saying sponsored? Did they have you read like a manuscript that someone from the company wrote, but say,
No.
"Hey, no one from the company wrote this. This is my own personal opinion."
What are you talking about? No,
G2A did that.
is that a thing?
We talked about it on
Yes.
the podcast.
Slenderman. I have Slenderman.
G2A did that to a bunch of like game journalists. Someone emailed like a bunch of like game
I remember
like
that.
journalism sites and were like, "Hey, here's a completely unbiased article that we wrote about how G2A isn't a bad piece of shit. And just make sure, guys, not to say that we wrote it. Okay? It's your
What?
own
Why?
personal opinions, and we'll pay you." And then literally everyone goes, "Ha! Fuck off." And one person posted on Twitter, so everyone could go, ha, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Huh. Well, I mean, I don't know. No, that didn't happen to me. I just bought the game and then installed it. And played it for like 30 hours straight. Game is addictive. How well did you do, Mark? Did you build a super tower?
Yeah, I took up all of my tiles the first time. I'm on my second building now.
Yeah, it took me 3 of them to make a decent one. Just be aware of the subway station. You can't move it. Once you put it down, you can't move it anywhere. So
Oh,
So
make sure you put that somewhere useful.
so what exactly is like Project High Rise? You say it's like Sim Towers.
It's exactly like Sim Tower.
So like you make a tower and like what exactly?
Yeah, dude, you make Trump towers. That's what I did. My
you put,
tower's
like-
name is Trump.
Do you put
Huh?
like different like buildings in there, like office buildings and like
Yep. Restaurants, stores. I downloaded some mods, so now I have an aquarium. Like a
Nice.
fucking boss.
Well, I mean, of course.
What else? It's like that type of thing. You have to balance out. You have to balance like apartments versus hotel versus business versus shopping centers and event centers and all kinds of stuff.
Can you put a
it's-
hotel inside of the hotel?
Yeah. And then you
Nice.
can name both of them something else. Like Trump Tower and then Trump Tower Mini.
Whoa.
Trump Tower Mini. Wow.
Trump
That's
Tower
crazy shit.
Junior.
Junior. Yep.
Baron.
Yeah, man.
Trump Tower Senior.
But it's fun. It's a good time. I would recommend it. I've been having a good time playing it.
Nice.
But other than that, I haven't really been doing too much.
All right.
But that has been keeping me very busy. All of those
I-
things that
I
I've been
bet.
doing.
I bet cleaning usually takes a long time.
Well, I'm doing like deep cleaning. Like,
Yeah.
you know that giant pile of papers you have in the corner or in the
Yep.
tote or in the fucking side end of the
All,
table
all
that you haven't
across the
touched?
wall with a whole bunch of like nylon thread in between a bunch of different
Right.
things.
Bills
all
from like
saying-
forever ago.
All saying like who is Pepe Sylvia?
Yep.
it's a rare one.
That
Mhm.
is
But
no one got
Yeah,
my
no.
Always Sunny reference. That disappoints me.
but yeah, how about you? What have you been up to, my pimpin' brother?
You know, Gears 5. Tetris 99 is having a Kirby event,
Are they?
so that's my life. I mean, I got to get the Curb event. Like honestly, have to. Yeah, Gears 5 is pretty good. It's a good shoot, kill, bang game, as I like to call it, because you shoot, kill
Yeah.
people, and there's a lot of bangs going off. Exactly. Yeah, that's I know what
Yeah.
you guys were
Bang.
thinking. I know what you guys were thinking.
Accurate.
Oh, I watched a movie, and it wasn't an anime movie this time.
What a story.
All right. Have you guys ever seen or are familiar with James Bond?
Yeah.
I think I've heard about it.
Okay. Now, are you guys familiar with Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Fucking, I'd watched that movie earlier today.
Paul Blart Mall Blart 2. So,
What?
how about you combine the two into one movie?
Wait, is that Kevin James' other movie?
True
You mean that's
Memoirs.
The best movie.
Yes,
that's
that
ever
movie's
made.
awesome.
So, the best way I can describe this movie is that it sure is a bunch of pictures moving very fast. It stars an actor of our generation, Kevin James.
Kevin James.
He's definitely a actor,
Right.
an actor. Sorry,
Kevin James.
In a
Um,
generation,
in
yeah.
a generation. Yeah, he lives in a society, and it definitely
page turner.
has plot. And,
With a question mark.
and
As much as Paul Blart, though?
actually a little bit more, a little
Ooh.
bit more plot than Paul Blart. Blart.
That's-
Blart Blart. 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Mal Blart Paul Cop.
The rower drawer.
Speaking of Paul Blart Mall Mart, have you guys seen the Twitter account that's popped up?
Mm-mm.
Someone made a fake Twitter account about Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. And it's just been like, just been tweeting stuff like soon.
Coming this fall.
Just the word soon.
Pretty much.
That's it. Single word, single.
Turns
thing.
out it's actually Kevin James.
I mean, that would be almost as cool
He's
as
stoking the fire,
when,
trying to get it off the ground.
when Ryan Reynolds made a fake account to post a complete leak of Detective Pikachu on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just dancing Pikachu for like an hour and a half. That just says
That
Detective
pissed me
Pikachu.
off.
That was hilarious. It's even better knowing that Ryan Reynolds actually did that.
Yeah.
That the fucking memester, the MVP right there. Yeah. So it's a movie about Paul Blart, aka Kevin James. He is a writer and he has a shit. What's the person that makes you write? That's like, hey, give me that manuscript, damn it. Hey, is chapter 7 done?
Oh,
Editor?
Producer.
Editor.
Editor?
Yeah. So he has a piece of shit editor who's like, I don't care what kind of trouble you get in for saying that this completely, absolutely fake book is called real. So he's like, all right, cool. I get that cash money, though. Mom, I got the money. I got cash money, though. He also lives in an apartment that looks like an office building, which is weird. It is not a house. It is not an apartment. There is no fridge or kitchen. So good on you, directors. Then he's like, he ends up getting kidnapped by, what was it, like Venezuelan government or something?
yeah, it's like the Cascaran cartel or some
yeah,
shit.
something stupid like that. And
How do you
like,
kidnap Kevin James?
apparently very easily because he's a little bitch.
Bag of candy.
Yeah,
I
bag
love
of
Kevin
candy.
James.
And then he's like, okay, I gotta kill the president of Venezuela. And then the president of Venezuela's like, no, you don't. And he's like, okay, no, I don't. You have to kill this Russian guy. Okay, I gotta kill this Russian guy. The Russian guy goes, no, you don't. He goes, no, I don't. He goes, you have to kill the guy that kidnapped you. And he goes, okay. And then the guy who kidnapped him goes, no, you don't. And that's how it is for like an hour and a half.
And then it ends.
Then it ends by everyone fucking dying. Everyone is dead. You know how Smash Bros. Ultimate, everyone is here? Yeah, Paul Blart, Mall Blart's crazy adventure vacation is like everyone is dead. That movie is fucking terrible. I
like that movie. That movie was fucking funny.
That sounds pretty good.
It's the right kind of bad.
Yeah,
it's like it's not on the Room level, but it's like it's still in that so bad it's entertaining level. So people aren't going to be having, college classes about the, intricacies of Paul Blart Venezuelan adventure anytime soon, but it's definitely a moving picture. Someone got paid.
No
for it.
classes on Mall Blart Paul Cop.
Yeah. Other than that, I picked up a game that I'm gonna start playing for my YouTube channel for Hallows Eve. I was originally gonna do Resident Evil 7 in VR, but then I look at it, I'm like, I don't really want to dust off my VR for that. So I got a new game called the Dark Anthology Man of Medan. It's made by, I think, Supermassive Games, the people that made Until Dawn. So Until Dawn was fantastic.
I've heard of that.
Oh yeah, super good game.
I actually did a Let's Play of that a while ago with my buddy Joseph. That was fun.
Oh yeah, man, I remember that game.
Joestar?
I watched videos of that game.
Yeah, Joseph Joestar. I wish.
You'll like Man of Medan.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
I'm saying that right. Yeah.
I'm ready to be scared.
It's...
I'm ready to be scared. It's almost Spooktober.
Spooktober.
It's almost Spooktober. And also I started doing like an actual like set schedule for streaming.
Yeah?
Yeah, so let me pull.
How's that going for you?
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna start today. Today is the official start of season 2. So Sunday is gonna be, of course, this. Mondays I'm gonna be playing Nier Automata or Automata. Tuesday's Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. Wednesday I might do something, I don't know yet. That's kind of like an up in the air day. Thursdays I'm going to be off. Then Fridays Monhun, and then Saturday's Nier.
Nice.
So, because I was just looking after beating Catherine, full bodied. I was like, I want to play something else, something a little bit more meaty. So I picked up Nier. The weird, I didn't pick it up. I popped in Nier. And my
Looks
God,
beautiful.
that game is fantastic. Yoko Taro is a madman creating it. Are you any of you guys familiar with Nier at all? Like Nier Automata?
I've only watched a little bit of gameplay.
All right, so here we go. Strap in, boys. So
Okay.
strap in. Get the straps in. All right, so Nier. It's a spin-off of the game Drakengard. One of the endings of Drakengard, I think 2. Drakengard is in itself a video game franchise that is pretty bad. Don't play it. Watch it though; it's crazy. Then there is Nier, the original Nier, that came out on 360 and PS3. Don't play it. Watch it. Gameplay sucks. Story's good.
Okay.
But then once Microsoft almost killed Platinum Games, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna partner up with Square Enix and make Nier Automata." And Nier Automata is the right mixture of action RPG, action, 2D shoot 'em up, overhead shoot 'em up, text-based adventure, weird shit, all piled into one. It's perfect. It's a perfect video game. And stellar music too. You play as... So in Drakengard, the ending is these dragons come into the future and send like this weird virus to the future, which causes everything to die, or a lot of things to die. So then Nier happens, and Nier is like, oh no, everyone's dying. What am I going to do? This is like hundreds of years in the future after the dragons came. Why are there no dragons? I don't know. So, you know, you defeat the big bad in the Nierman, in the Adventures of Nierman. And then Nier Automata is like, oh, these robots are going crazy. We're up in space. Humans have to make these sexy androids to fight them. And everyone's like, all right. So then they go down and they just like beat the shit out of these giant robots. And then if you want to get the full story, the full Nier story, not only do you have to play an entirely different series, play a game back from like 2008, play this game from 2000 and I think like 18 or 17, but you also have to read the Grimoire Vice novel that was only released in Japan. So I hope you caught up on your you brushed up on your Japanese reading skills. And then also, oh hey, you gotta watch or listen to the radio show that was only broadcasted in Japan to get more of the story. But wait, there's more. Then you have to listen to the live orchestra event, because the live orchestra event had actual story in it that wasn't available anywhere else.
Oh.
That's so meta.
The only thing this thing is missing is a movie and an anime adaptation. I give it about 3 months.
I was gonna say,
We're
I don't
working
know.
on it now.
I don't know if I don't know if this is legit or not, or if I just made this up in my head. But I thought I heard something about some form of adaptation for that game.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, it must be in your head, because I didn't hear. I would have been the first person to hear about this.
I heard about it on the podcast that I listened to. This one dude plays it a ton. Maybe he was just talking about wanting one.
Yeah, probably, because it's like Nier is fantastic. Nier Automata is fantastic, and the original Nier is really good for the story's really good. Like, it's top tier crazy. But you know, it's got a little bit of hiccups here and there when it comes to like the first one, especially when it comes to combat. It's very stiff and not good. Like, objectively bad.
But a good story, though.
A good story. It's like the original Yakuza games. It's like every single Yakuza game up until 0. No, I would say 4. All 3 Yakuza games up until Yakuza 4. Exact same thing. Great story, fucking terrible gameplay. Trash garbo gameplay. But you stick around for the story. Yeah, that was my week.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, I also played Monster Hunter Iceborne and got fucking destroyed in it.
Dude, even if I wanted to pick up, like, I do want to pick up that expansion, but honestly, I don't think I'd be able to survive in that world yet. Like, my character is nowhere near powerful enough.
No, man, this is G rank, dude. This is straight up G rank shit. This is harder than high rank by a huge margin.
Like, harder than Devil's Joe? The
No.
Angry Pickle?
No, not the Angry Pickle. Not the Big Pickle.
So, like, Behemoth level, though, I'm assuming?
I would say near Gigante level. Like, higher, like, near Gigante.
Oh,
like,
okay.
So, but, okay. But at least with that, you had, like, the equipment already.
Right.
So imagine fighting, like, a high-rank Elder Dragon right when you started up the game.
Arc-tempered or just, like, normal? Just walking in and fighting Kushala?
Yeah, just right now with your base-level shit.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because Kushala's hard with, like, good gear.
Yeah, he's all right. He's not too bad. You just need to get rid of the blight.
The tornadoes.
Oh, I'm thinking of Valhazak. Yeah, no, the tornadoes are kind of a bitch.
Yeah, that's just annoying.
Play range.
So I've been
Be a
hearing a
real
lot
man.
of people 50-50. Like, apparently Velkhana is, like, super annoying to fight.
Oh yeah. Well, so I'm just happy that they brought so many monsters to it, because that was the thing that world base game was really lacking, was the amount of monsters.
It did seem like it was a fairly, like, it was too quiet.
It was. And it was just fighting basically the same monsters over and over and over again for like the 100th goddamn time.
In a game called Monster Hunter.
Exactly. When the fucking Wii game had like 90 some monsters, the base game on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC had like 20 something.
I feel like it really boosted the suspense of the game. Like, when am I gonna get hit though? That's also like subjective to people who are interested.
That's Monster Hunter in general.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, at least in the other Monster Hunter games, like 3 try, 4U, G, that kind of stuff. At least with that, it was like, okay, I'm going to fight this one monster 100 times until I know the ins and outs of every single attack it can do. Or I can go off and say, fuck this guy, I'm going to fight this one instead. This one is like, okay, I got Flyboy or Flyer Boy to fight.
Okay.
My hammer is useless. That's the main reason I switched to the bow.
Okay.
There's so many goddamn flying monsters in the base game. It's stupid. Like, my hammer is completely useless. At least in this one, like, the very first monster, the first 2 monsters you fight, the first one is a snow shark. And the second one is a big old poofy, like, mammoth.
So, like, you said it's a snow shark. So is it like fucking Juritotus and Laviasaw?
Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda. Yeah, but instead of lava, it's snow.
Yeah. Fucking, I hear, like, the subspecies are annoying, too. Like, it's the one I see the most is Viper Tobikadachi.
Oh, yeah. No, I can imagine that's going to be a pain in the dick.
Yeah, I just heard a lot of subspecies. People are like, oh, this is ruining the game. And then, like, other people are like, this is fucking great. And I'm just like, I don't know
Well,
what to
okay,
believe.
so the people that are saying it's fucking great are the actual people that played Monster Hunter.
Okay.
The people that say that it's like, oh, this is trash, are the people that played World and that's it.
See, that's me, though. Like, but I can respect, like, more monsters will give you different gear. And, like, I don't mind that. It's just, I don't know. It could be just like the plebs that are just like, oh, this game was cool and I'm just going to play it. And then like, oh, they're adding more stuff. And now This is out of my playing capability.
They can't handle it
Yeah.
because you need more equipment.
I've also come from like the whole Souls series and FromSoft games, so like I get difficulty.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's right up your alley. Right up your alley. Yeah, that was my week. Gentlemen, how about we get into the news?
The news.
I still don't know what's going on in news.
Yeah, because I have 4 things.
Oh,
I have a few things.
Oh, sweet. So, first thing that I want to talk about, this is actually probably the reason I only have 4 things, because this might take a little bit. You guys like video games, right?
yeah, they're okay.
I think I've played one.
Video games are bad. Don't play them. But
Oh.
here,
They're honestly the devil.
But here are the 50 best video games of the 21st century, according to TheGuardian.com.
Oh boy.
Do it.
All right,
I'm just glad it's not Screen Rant.
let's no, watch Mojo. Watch Mojo.
Rot Mojo and Screen Rant are both real fucking bad.
Yeah, they are. So what games do you think are going to be on here? Let's take let's talk a little bit then.
So this could just be me with my nostalgia, but I'm hoping the original, like just Red Dead, basic Red Dead will probably be on there. If it's in top 50, I'd imagine due to story, because
All right.
at least for me, that game brought tears to my eyes.
So hold on, I'm gonna just preface this by saying the number 50 spot right now. SingStar. All right,
What?
Ooh.
SingStar.
Never heard of it.
It was a karaoke game. So that was
Okay.
that's number 50. So, boy, we're kind of digging into the bottle and barrel. It seems like.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, Breath of the Wild is going to be on there. Of course, The Last of Us is going to be on there. Probably Halo Combat Evolved is going to be on there. Or Halo 2. League of Legends. Fortnite, of course, because Fortnite's probably going to be
Oh.
like number 3.
I'd imagine Dota should be on there.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Minecraft.
Oh yeah, Minecraft. Minecrafterson.
Mein Kampf.
No.
You said you stopped playing that game.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. So here we go. The top 50. This is from Keith Stewart and Kaysa McDonald.
See how good of a judgment they
All
have.
right. Number
Good old
50.
Keith
Number
Stewart.
50 is SingStar from 2004. That was on the PS2. Number 49 is my boy Katamari Damacy. Thinking rep up in here. Number 48 is Journey, that PS3 game where it was just a literal walking
Yeah.
sim.
All right.
You walk around, and that's it. And you
You
can
simulate walking.
you just walk, and then you can see it's multiplayer. You can see other people. You can't talk to them or see who they are, but that's about it. Dead Space at 47. Dead Space.
Ooh, okay.
No.
I was more of a fan of 2 personally, but
Yeah,
That's-
Dead Space 2 was great. I
that's-
loved 3 though.
so there was only 2 Dead Space games, 1 and 2. Both of them were pretty good. 2 was great.
3 was awesome.
Number 46 was Limbo.
That's not bad.
Hmm.
It was good. 45 is Papers, Please.
It's a pretty good game.
That's what I hear. I still haven't played it.
Would recommend.
You just give people papers. You just stamp their papers. That's it, right?
Yeah, and you're like, they give you a bunch of regulations. They're like, check these papers, and you're like, oh, something doesn't seem right. You do an X-ray, and they have like a bomb attached to them. And you're like,
Whoa.
holy shit! You blow up, and then that's it.
And then you start again.
Yeah, that game's wild. Would recommend.
Papers, please. Yeah, you're just like Sukablit, because this would take place in like a fake Soviet, like Western bloc.
Yeah,
Papers, please.
Eris Tokyo or whatever it's called.
Yeah. 44 is Forza Horizon. 43 we got Rocket League.
Rocket
kind of-
League.
Yeah.
42 is Burnout 3 Takedown. Hell yeah. The best Burnout game. 41 is Overwatch.
Okay.
40 is Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2. I actually own the soundtrack of Gears of War 2. It's fantastic.
Excuse me. It was a really good game.
Bullshit. This should be higher. Number 39 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Okay, that should definitely be in like top 10, top 20.
Number 38 is Super Smash Bros. Melee. That would be higher if the players learned how to shower. No, fuck off. That deserves to be higher, you assholes. Number 37 is Silent Hill 2.
I was never a big Silent Hill guy.
Neither was I.
Fair enough. I am a huge Silent Hill mark.
Yeah, you're alone in that.
I am. And you know what? I will die on this sword of saying Silent Hill 2 is the best horror game ever made.
Debatable.
All right, fucker, let's debate this.
All right.
Let's do it. Debate time.
Clearly, you've never played
Okay.
It Wants to Play.
I don't know if you've ever played Alan's Wake, but Alan's Wake was one of the greatest horror games.
Explain.
So, personally, I think the story... okay, so to be fair, I've never really played Silent Hill.
Okay.
I've watched a shit ton... What?
So this is fair because I never played Alan Wake.
Okay. So, from what I've seen a little bit of Silent Hill gameplay. I watched my cousin, because I was 13 and I never got back onto the system to play Alan's Wake, but I sat there and watched my cousin play through the whole game because he was like 20 at the time. He's a little older. But so from what I've seen, the story seems way more like, I don't know the right word. It just seems a lot more, not linear per se, but more in depth than the Silent Hill games.
Okay, okay, I can forgive you because you never really played the Silent Hill games.
Correct.
So I can forgive you for that, but you're fucking wrong.
Okay.
Silent Hill is the kind of game that is based around psychological horror, and in the sense of you don't know what's going on, and the character that you're playing as has no idea what's going on. The only way to uncover the truths of what's going on is to find little passages here and there. It's okay. So think of like Dark Souls. Let's think about Dark Souls for a second. How much story does Dark Souls give you right off the bat, like while you're actually playing?
Okay, so you're thrown into the world and you have to figure everything out.
Cool. All right. And then throughout your journey, how much does the game stop and say, "Hey, this is the story." This part
There's maybe 10%.
All right.
Maybe.
Where do you get most of the story from?
Lore, YouTube, wiki.
All right. There you go. That's Silent Hill.
Okay.
So, the best way is like you, and it really encourages multiple playthroughs because there's certain items that help expand the story once you do certain things in other playthroughs, and you get different endings. Granted, some of the endings are batshit crazy, and I love it, but it's just figuring out about what happened to this town and figuring out, what exactly is going on and about these characters. Like Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is all about this dude, James Sutherland, who murdered his wife. And he receives a letter from her to meet him at Silent Hill years later. And it's all going through Silent Hill is all about James Sutherland's personal demons coming at him and attacking him.
Okay.
And you're familiar. You guys are familiar with Pyramid Head, right? Jeff, I know you're familiar with Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I know who he is. I don't know a ton about him, but I know who he is. Yes.
Pyramid Head is the physical manifestation of both James's sexual desires and
What?
of basically his sexual desires and his, personal guilt of killing his wife.
Okay.
His wife was very sick. She wasn't going to make it, so he decided to take the law into his own hands and just pillow right in her face until she stopped.
Okay.
So he doesn't have someone to bang. So he's like all this pent up sexual frustration. That's why when you're in Silent Hill, a lot of times when you see Pyramid Head, he's fucking the shit out of a mannequin legs. Or, that's why he doesn't actually really come and kill you either, because he is you. So it's kind of like the skeleton in your closet.
Shit.
Yeah. So if you would like to learn more about Silent Hill, listen back to a few episodes to when I talk about Silent Hill for 30 fucking minutes.
I'm gonna need to cop Game Pass because I'm pretty sure Alan's Wake is on Game Pass. I'm gonna need to replay that
It's on.
because it's been a while,
it's
but I
on-
do remember it was really good. It was all based around like a book and a writer, and like a lot of it about this one girl who drowned Alice. And I don't know, I don't remember a ton, but I know it was really fucking good.
It's on Game Pass for Xbox.
Oh fuck. Okay,
Oh fuck.
I have PlayStation and PC. That's it.
Number 36 is Spelunky. I've spent many hours playing this game. I love Spelunky. Number 35 is Assassin's Creed 2. 34.
Debatable, but okay.
I mean, I was never a fan of the Assassin's Creed games anyway.
I loved the Assassin's games.
It's probably my favorite out of the lot. What was the second one?
I liked Brotherhood, Revelations, and Rogue. They're my personal
how
favorites.
so like okay, so let's talk about this cuz I'm completely like I played Assassin's Creed 1, 4, and Odyssey.
Okay. That's fair. I can
What makes-
understand.
What makes Ezio the part that I feel like would pertain to me the most? Why is Ezio like everyone's favorite?
Well, at least in my opinion, I felt it was the first time that they did like an anti-character, like somebody who, like they started characterizing this character as somebody. I think literally the first scene of the game is like you're banging some chick and his wife, and then her mom comes in and then chews you out. Like that's the character you're given. So like characters are a lot more likable because they're not perfect.
He's like this kind of like dusty ne'er-do-well style kind of person.
Okay.
He's not like this honorable, super noble, like I guess I would even say hyper noble kind of character. And he didn't follow everything by the book. As far as I know, that's exactly how Altair did. Because I didn't play a ton of Altair-based games. I know that was what 1 and 2 was Altair too, wasn't it?
No, 2 is Ezio.
It was Ezio. Okay.
Altair was
Brotherhood, I think.
Brotherhood, yeah.
Yeah. So I did like Ezio a lot, and my personal favorite is Revelations for like the whole Ezio series. So it's the kind of the same concept. Is he's just not this hyper noble, hyper like this good guy.
He's not
like,
a goody two shoes.
Exactly. So like he like Mark said, he has more of a connection with real people instead of like I guess the only people that could really understand like Altair's like hyper nobility are like hardcore soldiers. And like that's a minority of people, I guess I would say. It's not
Even
like the
that, it's
majority.
still pushing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I die for my country style kind of people. Like I guess I would say the yee kind of people.
Yee. The people that stormed Area 51.
Yeah, you mean the people that got mowed down at Area 51? Like the 1 to 7? I've heard 2 things about it so far.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Apparently, yeah. So I've only not to like tangent off real fast, but just to talk about that super quickly, if that's fine. So I don't know who else has heard, but I've seen one factual source about one person getting killed, but I've also been told multiple times that it was 7 people who got killed. I don't know exactly which one's true. I know for a fact one person died though. And personally,
I haven't heard about anybody dying.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
there
I've
was
heard about people
there's
dying,
a
too.
legit article about one person dying. Like one person legitimately went onto soil and got fucking mowed down. To be fair though,
Bullets.
they blocked off walls. They blocked off roads, not walls, but roads.
And we're like,
And
don't
there
do
were
it.
Signs plastered
Exactly.
everywhere. If you step on the property, you will be shot.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but natural selection.
Exactly. Thank you. Darwinism at its finest.
Exactly. Like you can't. They won't actually shoot me. The fuck they won't.
That's one
Yeah.
less idiot.
Well, what about the Indians we took that land from?
The weak survive.
Isn't that their land?
I mean, they
strong-
probably
only the
said the
strong
same
survive.
thing.
Yeah.
We
They're not
we
gonna
had
fucking shoot me.
automatics. They had bows and arrows and hatchets.
We had
Not automatics.
We had,
Actually, at the time we had muskets.
we had smallpox.
We had blankets.
Fucking
All right, so back to video games.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 34 is Batman Arkham Asylum. I didn't care for the Batman Arkham games personally.
I
They're
liked
pretty.
Origins and City.
Number
I like
30.
City. Sorry.
Has anyone played Arkham Knight?
Yes.
How was it?
So
I think so.
overall, I enjoyed the game. Way too much Batmobile runny shit over.
Did you play it on PS4?
That was a lot of the game because so in Arkham Knight, they put a lot of the interactive world aspects. Like you hit a building, it's gonna fucking fall, or like there's parts that are gonna break off. And I feel like they overcompensated that with using the Batmobile because like if you shoot at the building, pieces of the building fly off. Like it's a lot of like interactive shit. Like I guess it would be what active world is the correct term.
Yeah.
If that's I don't remember the game terminology per se, but I feel there was way too much being in the Batmobile. That was my same issue with reverting back for a quick second to like Black Flag for the Assassin's Creed series. Too many naval missions. It wasn't enough on ground playtime, in my opinion. So that's just me though.
Fair enough.
Other than that, I think the story was good. Also, to be fair, Arkham Knight kind of fell on its head when they decided to use, and obviously this game's multiple years old, so I assume nobody gives a shit if I spoil it.
Nope. Spoil it
Okay,
away.
so
You're fine.
if you haven't
fucking-
beat it, you're not gonna play it.
yeah, they missed a huge mark making the Arkham Knight Jason Todd because the producers from
Oh,
Rocksteady
yeah.
were like, "Yo, it's not Jason Todd," and then when the game released and people beat it, it was like, "Oh, it was Jason Todd." Like that was fucking. Everyone knew that was gonna happen, but if they would have used Damian Wayne, which is Bruce Wayne's son, it would have been way more impactful than just having another Jason Todd moment. Well, Jason Todd's one of my favorite characters, don't get me wrong, but they missed a huge mark and they could have made it a different character and had a way better storyline. Like it was this
said
whole
that
thing
was-
with Joker and shit.
Walker said that was the first game on the PS4 he beat.
Yeah, you can see about the Batman Arkham PS4.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, like that game overall, it's not terrible, but they missed a lot of marks, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Number 32 is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay, that's fair.
The best Call of Duty.
Eh.
Number 31 is God of War 2018. Still haven't beat it. Here's great.
Mhm.
Number 30 is Shadow of the Colossus. That is a fantastic game that
That
everyone
was a
should
solid
play.
game.
Definitely.
Don't play the PS3 version. PS3 version is kind of garbage. Number 29 is Deus Ex, the original from 2000.
That's not bad.
28's Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the game.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was good.
Boxing was fun.
Free.
That's the big thing. It was free. I'll never forget the time. I think it was like one Christmas. My aunt was over, and we were playing Wii Sports bowling, and she goes down to bowl the ball, and my dog runs in front of the TV just like as fast as he can, and my aunt just smacks him in the face with the Wiimote. And we all go, "Oh!" And the dog just gets up and is just like, "What happened?"
Bruh. Yeah.
Bruh.
I have no
What you hit
idea
me
what's
for.
going on right now.
Walker says, "What's the list? Top 50 games
Yep, top 50 games of the 21st century is
of the
From-
21st century."
from The Guardian.
The Guardian. Who are the Guardian?
Number 27 is Guitar Hero, the first Guitar Hero that
Huh?
started the whole music genre. I wouldn't say started the whole music genre. The whole rhythm game like kickstarted it. Number 26 is Left 4 Dead. All right, baby. 25. Mark would get that reference.
Yeah, playing Left 4 Dead.
Number
God.
25 was Eco, the predecessor to Shadow of the Colossus. I personally like Shadow of the Colossus more than Eco, but that's just me. 24 is The Last of Us, one of my favorite games of all time.
Not bad, not bad.
23 is Majora's Mask.
Okay,
LOZ
fair.
Majora's Mask. Oh yeah, since this is of the 21st century, we will not have Mario 64, any of the good Sonic games prior to well, any of the 2D Sonic games prior than like other than like Sonic Mania, and Ocarina of Time. And we definitely won't have Mario teaches typing.
What?
Number 22 is Mario Kart 8. All right. 21 is Mass Effect 2. Oh shit, that's pretty low on the list. Number 20 is Fork Knives.
I'm okay with that.
Number 20 is Tilted Towers, the video game. Where are we dropping, boys? Tilted Towers. Yo, did you guys see? I don't have it on the docket. I saw this earlier today. But they're having like a Batman crossover
What?
where the towers that are tilted are is turning into like Gotham City.
That's kind of cool.
Number 19 is Grand Theft Auto 4. I like Grand Theft Auto 4. I really enjoyed it.
4 was solid.
I mean,
Played that a bunch.
in reality though, is there a bad GTA game?
No. Is there a bad Rockstar title?
Yes.
What? Okay, what?
Okay, so I'm 50-50 with this.
So help me God if you say Bully.
No.
Good.
I guess
So,
Max
okay.
Payne.
So I love
Max
this
Payne was
game
good.
and
I
I
like-
hate this
I
game
like
at the same
games.
time. But LA Noire, I loved it and I
Eleanor's
also hate it.
great.
There are a lot of things they could have done better. I think that
Right.
game obviously okay, so here was my issues. And also I could go back and play this game, but I played it at like 13. So like I feel like that was old enough to understand the concept of okay, X to doubt, this to do this, this
Yeah.
to do this.
Oh
but
no,
like
yeah. So
that shit was annoying and boring, in my opinion.
So, my biggest problem with LA Noire, the original, was
Mhm.
they like the truth, lie, and doubt. Like, it wildly varied, like what Cole would say.
Exactly.
They changed that in the remake.
Did they?
Where it's no longer truth, lie, doubt. It's good cop, bad cop, and I think doubt. So you get a little
Okay.
bit better understanding of like what exactly he's going to say.
Okay, because that was a big thing. Is like it took away a lot of from dialogue and like conversation throughout the game to learn about the characters and to see what's going on.
But let me tell you, Rockstar fucking worked that company, Blue Moon, I think it was called, into the ground. They worked them to death, basically, as Rockstar does. But they made a pretty solid game. Ain't gonna lie. Number 18 is the horse testicle game, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walker's putting a bet in that Halo will be in the top 5.
Ooh, okay.
I'd
Right,
imagine.
Yeah, I would say Halo 1. Halo 1
That's
or Halo
fair.
2.
Waiting
Probably
for
Halo 2.
Half-Life to come by.
Simcopter.
I can
That's
see.
gonna be
I
up
can
there.
see Half-Life on here. Red Dead Redemption 2. That was one of the quickest games that I just pulled out. You know, it was like I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I got it. Someone got it for me for my birthday, and I was like, okay. I was meaning to get it anyway. I played maybe 10 minutes of it, and I was like, this is not for me. This really isn't for me.
I went through
So-
like almost the entire game before I realized that he had that like pause time ability.
Oh,
Like,
the
there are
fucking,
certain-
the Deadeye?
Yeah, there are like certain parts of the game where I'm like, this is fucking
Oh,
impossible.
Deadeye was
And
great
then-
in the first one.
Oh,
Well,
it
that's
was
what I'm saying.
fantastic.
Dude, I didn't even know I had Deadeye until like the last mission. Like
The
I didn't even
first-
know it was a thing. Same thing happened to me with Grand Theft Auto 5. Like I had no idea that each one of those dudes had like their own special. Like one of them raged out, the other one slowed time when he was driving, and I had no idea they could do that the whole time.
And
Like-
Michael just did something. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
What did
What did he
Michael
do? One of them raged, one of them drove well. I think his aim was good. I don't fucking know,
Sure.
I
but
think so.
yeah, maybe he had auto aim or something.
Oh, he slows time whenever he aims.
Okay. But yeah,
Uh,
them fucking games, man. I had no idea. I got through almost the entire thing before I realized next Rockstar game I play, I'll know better. Maybe,
maybe.
probably not. I'll probably forget.
Number 17 is The Sims. I played
Just
a
like
lot
the
of
Yeah, that
first
makes
one?
sense.
The first one, yeah. Well, I mean, it was the first. You know, and many people still say it's the best. People
That's fair.
either say like 1 2 or 3 are the best.
Get the
It's, like,
fuck out of
usually-
here. One? No.
Sims
Yeah.
2 all the way.
Sims 2 is great.
The herbs, bro.
Herbs.
Can't forget about that.
Don't even fucking joke about that.
Everybody has baggage, even the Sims.
Right. It's not their fault.
Okay, so did any
They're
of you
doing their
guys-
best.
Did any of you guys play The Sims 2 on like on console?
I don't think so.
All
I
right.
didn't even know you could.
So before I had a sick gaming setup, the only way that I could play The Sims is through the consoles because I had my shitty little e-machines at the time. So I played The Sims 2 on PS2, like 2 years after The Sims 2 came out on PC. And The Sims 2 on console had a weird mode where instead of doing like the overhead like God view, it was like a behind the back like third person action adventure game
Okay.
where you had full control over your Sims.
That's how Herbs was. Yeah.
It was so weird. I don't. That's
I
like
hated
the only,
herbs so much.
Yeah,
The whole
that's-
purpose of that game was being a poser.
the
different
whole
popular.
no the whole
Yeah.
the whole point of the herbs was being friends with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Can we talk about The Sims busting out and how shitty that game was?
I think that
Was it
was like my
I don't
first
remember.
original Xbox game, to be honest.
One of my favorite Sims is still to this day, and fuck anyone's opinion, My Sims.
It actually was a pretty good game on the
I
Wii.
genuinely, I genuinely enjoyed that game.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people that would fight you, like straight up drop the gloves. I don't have a
Really?
I don't have a horse in this race though.
It was a surprisingly good game.
It was solid. Like the gameplay was legit. Like I thought it was a genuinely good game. Like, and honestly, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's geared towards kids," but like, it's the same. Like, obviously, there you couldn't make Whoopi, but like, other than that, it was almost identical to the same concepts of the original Sims. Like, it kept all the basic concepts. Like, you couldn't burn your house down from fucking forgetting the stove. But other than
Right,
that, like,
being a
it was a
terrible
solid
cook.
game.
Couldn't electrocute yourself.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Couldn't-
yeah, you couldn't like murder people because yeah, it was a Wii game and it was meant for like
You
I think
that younger age. But it was a solid game, and it might not hold up to this day because I haven't played it since I was like 12 or 13. But it was solid. I liked it a lot.
you couldn't take the ladders out of the pools and watch your Sims drown.
they would just try to swim so hard.
hmm
Like, oh no, where the fuck does that go?
Maybe if I swim fast enough, I'll get out of this place.
Walker says the only reason that he had the Sims was to make them have Whoopi.
Nice.
That's it.
That does not
Woohoo.
surprise me at all.
I remember.
He probably had nude mods installed on it.
Right. I remember when I made a geek squad
What?
in The Sims, and I remember Dale was the whiny one. Walker
Nice.
was
Well,
like the
of course.
weightlifter. Who else was there? It was weird. I made a whole precinct because you could sell things in the expansions.
Yep.
So like, it was the job that we would all go to.
Nice.
Did your
That's
Dale
super cool.
character have beautiful flowing locks?
He did, and he was a snowboarder. But we used to make fun of him for whining. He never. I mean, he did. He no more than the average individual, but
Oh,
used
we
to-
all complain.
Yeah, we all complained, but we used to rag him for it, and so I made him the whiny one.
Nice.
Yeah, good times.
Number 16 is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
Love that game.
That is the only Uncharted game I have not played.
Really?
I started.
They
with,
had a deal. Find it.
I started with 3, then I went to
Oh.
1. Well, 3 came with my PS3, so I
Okay.
started with 3. Then I played 1. Then I played Golden Abyss on the Vita. Then I played
Okay.
4. I have the collector's edition of 4. I have Nathan Drake. He's kind of hidden with
Somebody
Josh.
had a bundle.
And then I never played 2. I have the collection on PS4. just
I
haven't
recommend,
played.
dude. That game's solid.
Is it?
I do. Okay,
All
so
the Uncharted games are great.
they're one of the best. So I've noticed now, not with a ton of games, but there's a lot of games out there that like have a continuous story, but things tend to get off track. It's one of the games that I've seen was a seamless story pretty much throughout, and you actually get like a lot of backstory as to why these characters are exactly the way they are.
Mhm.
Like, I think they're fantastic games, and I understand like it was based around like the idea of Tomb Raider, but I don't
It's
think
the
these are
best-
Tomb Raider games
They're
even
the
touch them.
they're the best Tomb Raider games.
Yeah.
They are also the best Indiana Jones movies.
Kalima.
I thought I see. Oh, wait, here it is. I think I found it. Hold on.
What'd you find?
Fanatica has a bundle right now. It's called the Square Enix Picks and Mix. Build your own bundle.
Mhm.
It says add up to 5 games for only $12.49, or 3 games for $9, and it has
So
a
you can
bunch of
get the-
Tomb Raiders in here.
You can probably get all the Tomb Raiders.
Yep, Deus Ex, but it has Just Cause
Yep, because that's
1,
Squeenix.
2, and 3, and Thief, Hitman, bunch of them.
The new Thief sucks.
How many Just Cause games are there?
4.
Just cause there's 4 now.
Okay. Huh, I could pick this bundle up for $9. Looks like a good deal.
Speaking.
Oh, Just Cause 3 is $20 by itself usually.
Wow.
That game's fun, honestly. So like personally, the only thing I legitimately enjoy about that game is the grapple, and I just swing.
Like Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
A shitty South American Spider-Man.
Honestly, it's more
With a wingsuit.
explodey South American Nathan Drake.
With terrible voice acting.
Yeah.
That's a good deal they got on this one right now.
So speaking of 4, number 15 is Resident Evil 4.
Mm.
Depends on the kind of day I'm having, but that used to be my favorite Resident Evil game. Used to be. Then RE2 remake came out, and that changed the game. It was always between 4 and 2 original. All depends. Like, you could ask me one day what's your favorite Resident Evil game. I would say 4. The very next day, I would say 2. And then, yeah, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. And when I mean the Fire Nation, it's Resident Evil 2 remake. Number 14 is my favorite Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey.
I enjoy it.
That was great. That was one of the best games on the Switch. Don't even at me.
Okay.
Well, okay, go on. Speak.
Okay, the best game on the Switch, in my opinion, just with how much is like in the game, I still say probably Breath of the Wild.
Okay, like, so I can see why people really love Breath of the Wild. I can see it. It is definitely an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And for people looking for that experience, it's perfect. It's one of the best games in that genre. For me though, it's not my cup of tea.
I get it.
It's too much like Skyrim or Oblivion. It's too much like the Elder Scrolls games,
Yeah.
where it's too open and too much of what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah, I can get that. I understand that. That's definitely that's a market. That's a very specific market they were gearing towards.
Number 13 is World of Warcraft. Very
Wow,
fitting
of
with
course. RuneScape's got to be on here.
Very fitting that World of Warcraft just came out with the classic mode, or the classic one. I see 2 I don't agree with here. Number 12 is Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
No.
No, yeah, exactly. 4 and 3
Snake Eater.
3 was the best, then 4. 4 had one of the best. 4 had the best gameplay. 3 had the best story.
Yeah.
But 5, I immediately peg it down a little bit because the ending was only available on the collector's edition Blu-ray. The actual true ending. And then also this was the game that, Konami kicked Kojima out of. Like Konami kicked Kojima out of the company. So, but hey, without Metal Gear Solid 5, we wouldn't have Death Stranding.
which is, I'm not excited for that
We
game.
wouldn't have Death Stranding.
It's
but
fair.
we might, if he would have stayed at Konami, we might have gotten Silent Hills. So it's kind of a. I want both. Just give me both, damn it.
Just give me both.
Just Kojima needs to go up to Sony and be like, Sony, give me your infinite money that you're guaranteed to give me. Let me buy the Silent Hill franchise, and I'll make a game. I'll make it. Number 11 is Skyrim. Again, I don't agree. I can see
Should
it
be
being.
higher.
I can see it being.
Should be higher.
It should be
Top
in the
5,
top.
bro.
It should be in the top 50. I don't think it should be in the 11th. I think it should be lower on the list.
Why?
I am in the camp of this game was a buggy mess and no one cared.
But they fixed it.
Modders fixed it.
You're not
I-
wrong.
Exactly. Bethesda can't be fucked to fix their own games. So they
They
have
can't
to
be bothered, yeah.
They can't be bothered to fix their own games, so they have to enlist the help of the modders to do it for free.
Well,
But overall, I think the game definitely so Skyrim definitely changed modern day gaming. I
yeah,
think.
bro.
How
Like
so?
because you can still pick it up today.
Well, I can
And it's still substantially expensive too. Like it's one of the few games that
yeah,
have kept
because
its price.
Todd Howard will not let you not buy Skyrim.
Yeah.
You want a
Howard
nicer
would put-
version?
Todd
$10,
Howard
baby,
would
or
put this on
$25.
a toaster if he could.
Yeah, but he gave it. I mean, they gave us that Steam edition that was like higher quality. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
Which
they should've
actually
just get
wasn't even that.
mods.
Yeah, it actually you could use a combination of mods that made it look nicer. Honestly.
Twirl, honey, twirl.
Yeah.
And then also, like, you know, the PS3 version was broken out of the gate, and they never fixed it.
I never played the PS3 version. I was 360 at that time.
Well,
He-
nonetheless, all right. What's the
Yeah.
next one, man?
Next one is Bloodborne.
'Cause Skyrim
At
is the
10.
best. I don't care.
Bloodborne at number 10.
Yes.
Number
Oh
9.
my yes.
Number 9 is BioShock. I like
Okay.
Infinite.
Just like original.
Yeah, original.
I didn't
O-
like.
OG.
You know, I think BioShock Infinite had one of the.
Yes.
It was one of the few
Infinite.
games where the ending, I put the controller down, and I walked away and was like,
Oh,
totally wasted my time.
See,
I
liked
loved
it.
Infinite.
I
really
hated
liked
the
it.
ending of that game. That was so stupid. That was so stupid.
Number 8 is Portal 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that ending was good. The ending of that one was interesting.
Cake is a
Oh,
lie.
Walker is wrong. Number 7 is Halo Combat Evolved.
Oh shit.
One of the best console first-person shooters of all time. Number 6 is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Number 5 is Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt.
Hmm.
Witcher's great. Can't go wrong with it. Number
Hmm.
4 is Half-Life 2.
I had a feeling Half-Life was going to be.
There's
there.
Half-Life.
You know what? I'm going to be in the camp of I don't see the big deal of Half-Life. I don't see the big deal of it. But that's just me.
I don't know. It's
Just
Everyone's
very
like,
influential games.
yeah.
yeah, no, like I get it, but like it's like Final Fantasy VII. It's like I don't see the big deal. It's like it's a good RPG, great.
What number are we on?
4. Oh,
Four?
Final Fantasy VII can't be on here. Final Fantasy VII
Walker's,
remake.
Walker's putting Super Smash on there. Super Smash was already on there.
Melee was, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Melee.
Melee was the super modded one, right? That had like F and everything.
No, that's
Type
Project,
F.
that's Project M.
Project M. Okay.
Yeah, that was a mod for Brawl that made
Brawl. Yeah.
it that
yeah.
made it more like Melee.
Was PUBG on there?
Nope.
Okay. That might be up there.
No.
No. It's not even up there?
Mm-mm.
No, it wasn't that great, honestly.
No, if for like
Oh, we're at number 4,
Yeah.
Pro Bass Fishing.
Sega Pro Bass Fishing, yeah. We're on
Yeah.
number 3 right now, by the way.
Altered Beasts.
Hey, Altered Beast was great.
Yes.
But that came out way before
Mm-hmm.
the 21st century. Number 3 is Dark Souls, the original.
Okay, that's fair.
I'd say
I
Dark.
think.
I would say Dark Souls 2, but that's just me being nitpicky.
I get it.
You're always being nitpicky.
And the Dark Souls 2 was genuinely good. Blight Town ruined Dark Souls 1.
All right, so I can see these two being here. I have no qualms, but there something else should have been on here that I don't agree with, or that should have been on here, but you know what? I'll let bygones be bygones. Number 2 is Breath of the Wild, and then
Yep. Okay.
guys, you want to guess what number 1 is?
So
Minecraft.
what console?
Boom. Mark hit the nail on the fucking head. That's what it is. It's Minecraft.
It's not Minecraft.
It's
It's gonna be Minecraft.
Is it
It's
really
Minecraft.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it would have given it away if I said what console was it on.
Yeah,
I said
yeah, that's
literally
fair.
fucking
Beyonce
everything.
even wrote a rap song about it. And then
Yeah, it's on-
Kanye West got on stage and was
Beyonce's
like,
overrated.
Minecraft is the best game of all
It's on my
time.
TI-84. It's fine.
So yeah, guys, was there anything on here that wasn't on here that should be on here?
Well, I'm glad SingStar's on there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's important. SingStar is
Sim-
important. That was a
Simcopter
huge influence in
should
modern
have been on
gaming.
there.
What the fuck? Let me
Spore.
read. Hold on. Okay, so SingStar
God damn it. I'll be right back again.
karaoke complexes might be relatively common now, but back in 2004, singing into the PlayStation was the closest most of us could get. SingStar's disc of party classics formed the caterwauling soundtrack to millions of student gatherings, hen
Oh, thank
parties,
God.
and 5-Point Fridays all over Europe for more than a decade. Like Just Dance, it harnesses the infectious joy of pop music in a way that anyone can play. So that was the reason for SingStar being on here. So, hear me out. Hear me out, guys.
Okay.
Hear me out. Why isn't Devil May Cry 5 on here?
Yeah.
The best goddamn game to come out this year. Why isn't that on there?
Fucking
I'm shocked that Undertale isn't on here. I am
That's
actually
another one.
I am legitimately shocked that it is not on here. My grievances aside, it should be on here. Can we just say SingStar shouldn't be on here?
Yes.
I mean, I would rather have DJ Hero. But
Yeah, I
SingStar
think
should
that was
not
more
be on
fun.
here.
So Dota wasn't on there, was it?
Or League.
Dota should 100% have been on there.
League or Dota. One of the MOBAs should have been on there.
Yeah.
One of them should have been.
Oh
Counter-
shit, I forgot it. Okay, so this might just be me, but I was a big Splinter Cell fan, and I definitely feel like Chaos Theory should have been on
Chaos Theory was the best Splinter Cell game, hands down.
there. 100 that
Agreed.
should have been on there. I'm just running through a list of like the most influential games. I'm just trying to get a remembrance. Oh shit. I haven't played that in a long time, but it is okay, so it's 95, so I get it, but Chrono Trigger.
Well, yeah, it was 95. Okay. But
Yeah, that's what I said. I
the
get
best
it.
RPG ever made.
Okay, no. So I'm not a fan, but I get it. Civilization should have been on there.
Oh,
Like Civ
yeah.
5.
Well, what? Nah, not Civ 5.
So I thought Civ, from what I heard,
let's-
Civ 5 was pretty good.
Let's-
Civ 3.
Yeah, let's do Civ
3?
3. 3 was the greatest. I fucking sucked at Civ 3, but I played it so much.
Too much time. 19-hour days.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, no.
so another one.
Animal Crossing.
I was never an Animal Crossing guy. I get it. It was a huge game. So that's fair. I understand. Mass Effect, any of them.
2 was on there.
Was Mass Effect 2 on there?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. That's my fault.
Yeah, 2 was, where is it?
I think it was early.
Yeah, it was pretty early. 2 was, I don't know, it was like kind of right in the middle, looks like. Let's see here. Keep talking. I'll find it.
So this one's probably gonna make you happy, unless you don't like this version. But
Mass Effect 2 is 21.
okay,
So it's in the top oh, what the hell? Top 50.
because
Or not
I've,
top
I've
50, fuck.
Top half.
Top half, there we go. Top
since I've
50%.
met you, I've heard more and more people say it's a good game, like overall Persona. But Persona 4 Golden,
P4 Golden is the best Persona game.
I feel like that probably should have been on there. I heard that's I just the whole franchise. I've just like substantially noticed that it's bigger than what I thought it was.
Yeah, you could pretty much put P3, 4, or 5 on there, and people would be happy.
Okay.
What was the top couple?
We're just talking about stuff that should be on there.
Journey was on there, right?
Yep, Journey was on there.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Fucking Little Big Planet.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah, Minecraft was number one. Walker. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Little Big Planet should have been on there. I'm surprised Halo 2 wasn't on there because that was the multiplayer one. That was the online one. I'd feel that would be on there instead of 1. Even though I prefer 1 more, but I think 1's better, but Halo 2 is great.
I'm
Still has some
surprised.
pretty solid multiplayer.
Yeah, but 2 had the online multiplayer though. That had Xbox Live, my dude.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Surprised MK10
You
wasn't
have
on
to
there.
Go to your bro's house. In those days.
There was no fighting games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I figured like MK10 or like one of the newer like Tekkens or Street Fighters would have been up there.
Yeah.
Ready to Rumble. 64,
Ready to Rumble boxing?
Right. Or Clay Fighters.
No.
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 You didn't like Clay Fighters? I'm gonna play me some Clay Fighters right after this, actually.
Do it. Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts were not on there, Walker. Neither of them were. Yeah, there were no Final Fantasies either. There was like no RPGs. Like Ni no Kuni should have been on there.
So it is a mobile game, but I figured possibly Angry Birds would have popped up.
I would think Plants vs Zombies more, but
Okay.
or like these are the best. So
I mean, Angry Birds is giant. Like, obviously, like probably not in our area, but like I know tons of people who are like huge Angry Birds fans.
yeah, but here's the thing though: just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, that's true. I feel like Turismo should have been on there. I personally like Turismo more than Forza.
Me too. Gran Turismo is, in my opinion, better. Okay, what else do we have in the news? Okay, this doesn't. Okay, who cares about this?
Surprised there
Well,
was no Medal of Honors. Other than that,
So speaking of Call of Duty, with the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare being on there, Call of Duty Mobile's coming October 1st. Yay! In today's episode of Weird News, we're talking about a little-known game called World of Tanks.
oh,
World.
We sponsored by World of Tanks.
We are. No, we're not. We're sponsored by World of Warships or whatever the fuck it's called.
World of Warships is fun.
So World of Tanks is a very, very popular video game. They looked at Fortnite, and they saw that live Marshmallow concert, where it just rained marshmallows just down from the heavens for 45 minutes straight. That's what happened, right? I'm sure it is. Walker can confirm.
Who's there?
So they saw that, and they were like, we want to do that. So they decided to get their own musician to play a live concert in their game.
Well, everyone's a bunch of tanks.
Yeah, well, everyone's a bunch of tanks, yeah. They're building a stage and everything for them to play.
It's pretty amazing, actually.
All right. Shot in the fucking dark. What band? What band do you think they got?
For some reason, I'm thinking something metal, so I'm saying like Green Day or Rage Against the Machine for some reason.
ICP.
Like literally something heavier than it needs to be. You're like, why are these people here?
ACDC.
Okay, so
Creed.
no, I wouldn't say like. Okay, so as much as Creed is dogged on, unfortunately, they are like quote unquote a titan of the eras. But whatever.
Cher.
Share.
ABBA.
If we're so it's a band, not just a singular
It
artist.
is a band.
Okay.
I will give you
Avenged,
this.
maybe Avenged Sevenfold.
No, okay, so I'll give you this. Mark was the closest.
Blink
with
182.
with that genre.
Oh,
Talking about Green Day, they're more like punk.
Asking Alexandria.
No, fucking metalcore.
So not metal,
Uh,
I would say more like
Punky.
rock, punk, rocky, you know.
Anti-Flag.
Like Rancid or something.
No, that would be cool. Both of those would be pretty cool. Lean
feel
more
I'm
on
gonna be disappointed.
lean more on the rock side of like the punk rock.
Godsmack.
No.
No,
Limp
that's not punk rock.
All right.
Fuck.
All right,
Limp
here's,
Bizkit.
here's the hint. Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
All right, knock it off. What is it?
It's The Offspring.
No
Oh,
shit.
really?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Damn. Okay.
for those who
I can
didn't
see
know,
that.
because I obviously saw you guys get stumped a little bit by that Crazy Taxi reference, the hint. In the original Dreamcast versions and the original arcade versions of Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, the soundtrack was by The Offspring.
Really?
Not credited, but they actually did the music for it.
No
it's a
shit.
straight banger of a track.
That's wild.
Every other
Well,
iteration of the
that.
game got rid of that. All right, so
Huh.
American rock band The
I'll put it on
Offspring.
later.
Okay, so they will be playing Self-Esteem and Pretty Fly for
Good
a White
song.
Guy
Both great songs.
from September 18th through October 7th. Avatars based on the likenesses of the band members will perform on a virtual stage in the garage, and you can bet they'll perform some of their most famous songs.
That's
So-
tight. That's tight.
That's a lot of tanks to fit in a garage.
That is a lot of tanks in the garage.
Hope it's a
that-
big garage.
But yeah, so that's the weirdest thing I've heard this week. It's like, so, I mean, I love The Offspring and all, but I mean, when was the last time they were really relevant?
I'd say
2012 when they released that album.
2000. Yeah, probably when
Well, that's why they're doing
Hammerhead-
this World of Tanks thing, man. They're going
the
to be
same album
super
with
relevant
Hammerhead
again.
when that came out. So yeah, 2012.
So
This is going to put them back on the map, bro.
Offspring is the band I always forget about, but whenever something of theirs plays, I'm like, fuck yeah, I love The Offspring. And
Should have
then
known, John.
Rocket Man.
Dude, I fucking love that song so much.
No, they got him booked for Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
And then finally, the last thing that I have is so you guys know of the game Anthem, right?
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
how Anthem had this huge roadmap where they're like, guys, we're gonna fix the game. This is our roadmap.
You fucking thought.
You thought exactly.
Psych.
Psych. So what they did instead of doing that is they burned that roadmap to the fucking ground and said, no, we're not. So they completely scrapped the roadmap idea. So he announced in a blog post, BioWare's head of live service, Chad Robertson, detailed some of the changes that were coming. Basically, we hear your concerns on core issues of Anthem, and we're acting on it. Those systems require more thorough review and reworking versus quick fixes. We've got a team working on that now, probably a team of like 2 people, and early results are
They're
promising.
trying super hard, though.
So pretty much what they're doing is they're scrapping their roadmap for right now to actually fix the game.
They gotta make
the
a new game
good.
at that point.
Yeah, they do.
Do you think they're gonna No Man's Sky it?
And then just keep working on it gradually over time.
That would be.
Because No Man's Sky essentially re-released like entirely.
Yeah, it's like a brand new game now. From
A
what
lot
I
of people,
played.
I heard a lot of good things about it actually lately.
hmm
I bought No Man's Sky on launch day 1, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I heard it was good. It just wasn't exactly what was promised.
No, not at all. I still had fun with it. It was my game where it's like, hey, I had a rough day at work. I'm just gonna chillax and just like turn my
Fly
mind
around.
off. Exactly.
That's how I feel about Elite Dangerous. It
Yeah.
gets real fun.
But yeah, that's all that I have. Mark, you said you had some stuff.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll talk about some news.
Let's talk about some news, Mark.
So I guess the one first thing is that Steam's having some problems in French court. I don't know if
Oh
anybody's
yeah,
heard about
I
that.
saw that.
But apparently, what's going on is that there's something in Steam's terms of service that instead of you actually purchasing the game, you're buying a subscription that for an infinite amount of time. So you're not getting the license, you're not getting any IP rights, anything like that. So you as a consumer don't have jack shit. So if you want to sell it or anything
Huh.
like that, you're kind of fucked. So uh, this French government realized that that's actually violating the European Union regulations. So they're taking them to court to see what they can do there. So,
Interesting.
and there might be a possibility that you might be able to resell your games or give them to friends or something like that.
That's
Hmm.
interesting.
Maybe, but
Man,
then at
that-
the same time, it kind of does a GameStop thing. Like, if they're reselling used games, like, does the developer get any money for it? Like,
Mhm.
it brings up a
Hmm.
handful of questions, but that's something that's going on there with Steam.
Man, the European Union is really helping out the consumer here. They are very pro-consumer.
Yeah.
As of lately,
Like,
yeah.
your loot box shit, get that out of my house. And
Have you
now-
seen the stuff that they're doing with it? You know it.
Oh yeah, they did the new UI beta that you can
Yeah.
sign up for.
So
Uh,
you can go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So they put on a new UI beta for the Steam library, pretty much. That just shows you individual tiles, like covers, similar to just other game launchers, and then you can sort them different ways. There's probably more features in the Epic Game Launchers already.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
the
and
Epic
when you-
Game Store still doesn't have a fucking shopping cart, so that's one thing.
Well, when
Yeah.
you go to acquire one of these loot boxes, quote unquote, they actually show you what's in them now.
Well,
Like that was one of the
do they give you
things.
the-
That I
jeez.
do like.
Yeah, so that's kind of like how they're combating the anti-gambling piece on it.
I don't particularly agree. Like, so with the loot box thing, I feel like people should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. And I think Rocket League I think they did it right when they put, like, this is what you're able to get, spin. And then it'll be like, here. So I agree with that. But I also. Okay, so the first person to really piss me off with loot boxes was microtransactions as a whole, because that's really everyone really pissed off. I know, what was it? Battlefront 2 had like the whole loot box thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone was super pissed off about it. My opinion, in like try that again. Specifically with Overwatch,
Overwatch.
I feel like
never
loot
did.
boxes should be completely fine. I don't think anyone should have an issue with loot boxes, but I don't think it should be an impossible feat to get the products you can get from loot boxes. Because like in Overwatch, there are certain skins that you'll probably just never end up getting unless you like spend hundreds of dollars running through loot boxes. And that's my big issue, is that I feel like things should still be accessible through the grind. So I'll give someone to look forward to instead of just, I'm gonna keep putting money in this until I get my skin I want. Because that's what I did at first, and then I was like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? I'll just play the game. Because it's all cosmetic. Well, like,
Okay.
I don't know. That's just kind of my 2
I don't
cents.
know.
I don't know if it makes a lot of sense, but
In like
That's how I
Overwatch,
think about
dude,
it.
I have like over 10,000 in-game currency because I just never fucking spend it.
mhm.
Okay.
Jeez.
So all right, with the loot boxes, I mean, you are doing a random chance. You are putting some sort of currency in there for a random chance at something. That is gambling. So, I mean, any game that has loot boxes should immediately be rated M.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so all right.
It's supposed to stimulate whatever part of the brain
Yeah.
gets stimulated when people gamble. And they're worried about that having an adverse
that
effect
point,
on little
Yeah,
dudes.
but like at that point, you should rate it every game with those AO, because technically it's 21 plus to gamble.
Well, 18 plus technically.
Where's as far as I know, majority of places are 21 to gamble.
They're 21 because they don't have to card you when you get beer. Most casinos. But like, I
Okay.
mean, you can go once you turn 18, you can go buy lottery tickets.
Oh
which
yeah,
is gambling. But okay,
True.
so what about like your 12-year-old, nephew or niece, all right? They want to get this skin in Fortnite. And they
Right.
just keep plugging money into this thing, an infinite amount of money to get this one skin.
And this is that niece that watched Pocahontas like 35 times in a row.
Yeah.
That one day.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
it
I
was
only
just-
fall asleep to it.
Right.
Yeah.
It
But
was
like Fortnite, you're
dancing around in a
legitimately
row
buying the
listening to
skin.
it.
Like
Yeah.
you're getting that
So
skin.
she has an
No-
addictive
no, you-
personality.
not necessarily, because
In Fortnite, you're 100% buying the skin because it's a shop that the skin is available
they
in.
must have okay, they must have changed it from when I played it.
I've never played. I played Fortnite probably season 3, and I've never noticed any. Like it's always been, this is the shop. These are the skins available. Put $20 in, buy this skin.
Okay.
I didn't know at one point if there was loot boxes or anything.
Okay, so say they're playing Overwatch, all right?
Okay.
Your 13-year-old niece who really likes Pocahontas fan 398.
She's got it playing in the fucking background right now.
Yeah,
Just
she wants this one Mercy skin,
around the river bend.
or this one
Killer's
what's
Wreck.
another character from Overwatch? All I know is Mercy.
Zenyatta.
Sure.
Zenyatta, Reaper,
She
Right.
wants the
Sombra.
Zenyatta Pocahontas
wants-
skin.
She wants
does.
the Zenyatta Pocahontas skin. So
So they want Hanzo essentially.
she wants to plug all this money in. She keep plugging money in.
She done grabbed
then
her
she
mom's
gets-
credit card.
Yeah, and then she gets that fucking gambler's high when she wins.
She's
And
like,
now
I'm
boom,
juiced up on fucking Overwatch.
she's a
Loot
goddamn
boxes.
gambling addict now. You know? So it's
She's
I
like
like,
feel
I
like
just
that's at the parents'
I just need
discretion.
one
It should-
more.
it's mainly for the kids. I don't think the European Union or the United States or any other governing body really cares at all about, adults 18 and plus. Because
Right.
they pay
You
their
can buy all the
taxes.
loot boxes you want.
I pay my taxes.
taxing you on it.
If I want to loot box as much as I want, it's my God-given right. All right.
Right.
But,
As long
like-
as they're getting taxes off of it, they're good.
So say you do all those games. At that point, they're gonna get them anyway because you have kids going in and buying. Their parents are like, yeah, just buy them fucking Grand Theft Auto. Let them go see hookers and shit. Like,
Well, I actually
Okay,
watched
it's not
something.
gonna stop
I was-
anything.
At least at that point, these game companies can be like, "Yo, bro, listen. We made this game rated M. It's not meant for children. Children just happen to be playing it. So, we're hands off. We can't stop that.
Yeah, our hands are tied.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same concept though. If a game is rated T for teen, like Overwatch or any of the other games, like say, okay, so this is one that's on your side because the Call of Duty games, they have the new the drops you can get.
Mhm.
You can go to the black market and get the drops. Those are M. So sure, I guess they kind of did that already, but those
Okay,
games were
well,
already
like,
rated M. And they just have to throw
let's
that in
do
there.
Overwatch. So that game's
Yeah.
rated T. Okay.
So I feel like that's completely so you should be at that age until you're like 16 where people stop really giving a shit what their kids play unless their parents are like overbearing as shit. I feel like
17, I still can't play Overwatch.
yeah,
Just
but
killing.
it's ridiculous that people are like, okay, the kids are doing this, let's just take it away from everyone. I feel like that should be under the parents, like that should be blamed on the parents that they're
Like,
not governing what their kids
the
do.
parents should be caring. But at the same time, like Overwatch, a 7-year-old can go into GameStop right now and buy Overwatch.
Okay, then they need to update those because like if it's T for teen, then they should be like, you should kind of just gauge like, yeah, you're probably not old enough. I'm not going to sell this to you, and we have the right to refuse service.
But at that point, that could also be discrimination because someone could look young but actually be a little older.
Then they
Oh,
should check
if
them.
it says what is it?
But
I mean,
how
if it
can
says
they? When you're 13, you don't have a fucking driver's license or an identification
yeah.
card.
How this game is rated T for teen. Check like how old are you? Are you old enough to purchase this game? Or like at that point, they should have their
Go get
parents
your
come to
mother.
get the game. How are
Go
they
get
getting
your
there unless
mom.
they're walking? Exactly.
I'm not selling you this game. Go
least-
get your
At
madre.
least with M-rated games, like someone over the age of 17 has to be there and purchase it.
Yeah.
So then at that point, the sales associate at GameStop or your local mom and pop game store or
Get it
like your
out.
Best Buy, your Fry's, what have you, could be like, hey, this game is rated M for XYZ, So, and then the
XX,
parents be like, here you go. This is okay. I'm not gonna get it for little Billy. And then they could be like, okay, so all right, I want to get this game for little Billy. All right, just to let you know, there is essentially gambling in this game. And then at that point, it is the to the discretion of the parent. But then at that
Right.
point, the game developers can be like, that's the parent's fault. This time at this, they make it so alluring to make it so predatory to get these to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on
And
these
then
loot
before you know it,
boxes.
all these kids are vaping.
Yeah, and they're
No,
dying.
we don't want
Jesus.
to talk. I don't want to talk about that because I'll
They're
get
all
heated.
vaping these different flavors, and it's ruining them. Are you
I'm
I'll
getting
get heated. Let's not
destroyed
talk about that.
by all this cotton candy vape oil?
They're vaping their
Oh,
White
boy.
Claws now.
Yeah.
You're gonna get me heated, and I don't want to. I don't wanna be heated.
God, isn't that crazy? Had nothing to do with it.
THC black market cartridges. That's all I'll say.
I know.
But
Nothing to do with it.
that's,
It's a shame.
I mean,
It's a
good
shame.
on the European Union for helping to regulate stuff.
Yeah,
That's all I
no,
can say.
agreed.
That's my ending statement. Good
And
on
I'm
Germany.
glad they are consumer forward. I can
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
They're out to protect the consumers. I like it.
Like I know not to keep droning on, but like I
You're
know the
fine.
first move was to just ban all loot boxes. Period. And I think that's a dumb move because that's an allure for a lot of people. Like let's do it. Let's see what we can get. Let's take a game a chance.
I know.
Like because whatever. Like
Plus,
not
think about
everyone's
how
gonna
many.
be a gambling addiction.
Yeah, and think about how many people that like depend on the design and development of loot boxes for a job.
Yeah.
Just gonna put them out of work like that?
Whether
It's
you're
not very Trump friendly.
Whether
Trump
you're-
wouldn't let that happen.
whether you're fine with loot boxes or not, can we just say the loot boxes in sports games are absolute bullshit?
Yo, I heard that fucking that new basketball one is like
Yeah.
a gambling game with a little bit of basketball.
Yeah, I mean they have fucking pachinko in it.
Do they really?
Yeah, there's an actual. The last trailer that
Crazy
they put
sauce.
out for that was like 3.5 minutes of just gambling.
Crazy
But-
sauce.
That's ridiculous.
Here's the
Bro.
thing, though. So when you
No.
play your FIFA, when you play your Madden, when you play your NHL, when you play your NBA 2K, when you play your MLB The Show,
Mm-hmm.
you could spend thousands of dollars in these loot boxes to make this great team out of these fake playing cards. All right.
on free real estate.
But when the next iteration comes around, all that's gone. You cannot transfer over your currency that you purchased. You cannot transfer over your characters that you purchased.
They need to fix that.
They do. Like if anything out of this argument, let's fix the sports games because they are the
Yeah,
real
that is
evil.
pretty crazy, man.
So you know what? At this point, I'm not even against the whole gambling aspect. Cause like whatever, do what you fucking want. Like that's fine. But definitely like make the shit transferable if you're selling the same title. It doesn't make any sense at all.
That's
All
what
right,
we're
Mark.
hoping for.
Mark, what do you have next?
This one isn't more
feel my
techy,
blood
but
pressure going
I
up.
thought it was pretty interesting. This is from Medical News Today. There's this one trial that's been going on for the last 3 or 4 months for Alzheimer's research, and they've, out of their little sample size that they had about 8 people, which is actually pretty small, but 7 people actually got a benefit from doing this treatment, which is like they put on a little cap and then they sit there for an hour and it puts in waves that apparently disorient or disrupt the toxins that cause Alzheimer's. So
That's really
Basically-
cool.
Basically, we're getting closer and closer to the game Judgment.
yeah,
'Cause that's the whole story on Judgment is that these corrupt people in Japan
Dude.
make an Alzheimer's cure.
It
They
would be
say-
cool to actually beat Alzheimer's because I know that's a big deal.
They say ultimately there's only 7 reasons why the human body decides it's done being alive, ultimately, like of old age. And all 7 are technically curable at this point. And then as they continue to develop stem cell research and more of these interesting and neat studies that are happening with the brain and like saving it, I guess you could say. And I don't know.
Fortnite-
We're gonna
Fortnite
we're gonna
saved
be
the
able to live
brain.
forever so soon. I can't wait.
I feel like we're gonna end up. What's up?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was just a quick like blurb, but I feel like we're gonna end up in like an altered carbon kind of reality. I don't know if anyone's watched that show.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Been a
I think I've seen
while.
an A episode.
So
Oh, yeah,
essentially,
where
like,
everyone's like
I don't-
perfect.
it's yeah, but like, it's all about. So you as an entire individual is in this little. They're called stacks. It's in this stack, which is basically in the very back of your neck. So that's the only true way to kill somebody. But like, if you have money or even a little bit of money, you'll be put into the new, like, we'll say it like, because I don't remember the name of the word, but like it's a husk essentially. You be put into a new body, or you can just have clones of your body continuously made, and then they just put the stack back in, and it basically re-downloads who you are, and then you live again. Like it's all organic. It's your brain. It's
Weird.
everything. Well, like because I was talking about this because to go off of like the stem cell thing he was talking about, in a way, it's kind of deviating a little bit. But me and I assume you all know, maybe Jeff doesn't because I don't know if he's newer or not, but I was talking to Steve Brown, and he was talking about how I think we're going to end up in a repo men kind of era because they're apparently able to start figuring out how to 3D print organs and like body parts and all this stuff, and like organically, not just like plastic and stuff.
Well, they use
Like-
silica. They use silica, and then they use a mixture of selenium and your own DNA.
It's crazy.
Hit it with a little bit of an electrical charge, and it literally creates literally your exact heart. Because you use your own
That's
stem
so
cells.
wild.
It's so nuts, man. Yeah,
It's
and the body does
insane.
not reject it because it is yours. It's science.
It like I feel like we're gonna. I don't know if anyone watched the movie. It's 2009. It was called Repo
Love that
Men. It's like
movie.
with Jude Law.
Yeah, that
But I
movie's
feel
great.
like it's so good, but so fucked up.
You
Like
need to
if
hurry
you
up
don't
and
pay
figure out
up,
this-
you're gonna get your shit taken out.
You need to hurry up and figure out this fucking male pattern baldness bullshit, though.
Are you suffering?
Huh?
Are you suffering from it?
Of course.
We know
Yeah,
Walker
man.
is.
Yeah.
Walker is.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's cool aims and Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
There are cool things going on
There,
there.
man. Well, they also found that there's a. Didn't they find that there's some kind of Alzheimer's side effects? There's a drug from Alzheimer's that causes people to regrow their teeth too.
What?
Did
What?
you guys hear about that? Yeah, there's a.
No.
Yeah. There's some sort of drug out there that they accidentally they didn't know, but apparently it causes a part of the brain to turn back on, the one that says stop making teeth.
Interesting.
And then the body just starts growing teeth.
Huh.
Imagine that shit. Instead of going to the dentist, they just pull it out and they give you a pill and they're like, take one of these,
Right.
once a week, and then, by the end of the week, you have a brand new tooth. Like that's the fucking future, dude.
That is.
Future. You know what else
Okay.
is in the future?
Tomorrow.
Free real estate.
It's free real estate.
So that's pretty rad that's going on there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess going back to tech, Android turned 11 this week.
Happy
Yeah, it did.
birthday, Android. God, we've been through a lot.
Mhm.
So
That's
much
all I really have to say
modding.
about that. It's just a lot of really cool shit.
That Android 10 though.
Android 10.
And then the last thing that I have news-wise is that AMD announced a new processor, the Ryzen 9 3950X, and it's supposed to compete with the Intel Core i9 9980XE, which is a $2,000 CPU.
Nice.
And AMD is selling this for around $750 right now.
Wow.
So what's cool about this CPU? It beats it in pretty much every kind of clocking and benchmarking. Price per performance is pretty great, and it's a base 3.5 gigahertz and it overclocks to 4.7, so it's pretty wild.
You guys remember
Um,
when AMD made the best Intel chips?
Hey. They didn't beat that.
No,
they're fixing it now.
no. Do you guys remember
These
when,
Ryzen
like,
chips I hear are good.
you remember when AMD actually made Intel chips?
I
They're,
don't.
They're a subcontractor for Intel,
Well,
and
that's
like
what they got in
and
trouble
Intel-
for, was stealing the design.
this is before that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
but
mean.
yeah.
Though. That's
But
where you
like,
think they got it.
Intel got super butthurt at them because they were making better chips than Intel was. AMD was making better Intel chips. So they're like, well, fuck, no, you're not. You're not making this anymore. And then they're like, AMD's like, okay, well, we got this paper laying here. Let's just use it.
Got this paper here.
Yeah, so that's good old AMD taking some jabs at Intel again for in the last like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be like their highest level of gaming processor, competing with Intel's highest level of gaming processor, which is like 3 times the cost pretty much. So it's gonna be awesome to see whenever this ships in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all the news for me. Nothing too crazy really happened tech wise.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what time it is then? Since we're done with the news, it's time to see what comes out this week. So we have until, I don't know, what's that, the 29th? Yeah.
Releases.
So-
What is it? Releases.com?
Releases.com, baby.
Releases.com.
So on
Okay.
the 24th, we have The Surge 2 coming out, Contra Rogue Core, Esper 1 VR Operative. The Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition coming out for, looks like, Xbox One, PS4, and Switch on the 24th. Star Wars Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast coming out for the Switch, and it looks like PS4. We got Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition coming to the Switch and PS4 on the 24th. Everything's coming out on the 24th. Holy
Nuts.
crap. Cat's Quest 2, The Lost Empire, the Lupus Empire. Okay.
Power Rangers.
Dead by Daylight coming out on the 24th. We have Constructor Plus coming out on the Xbox One on the 25th. Home Sweet Home Episode 2 coming out on the PC on the 25th. Mario Kart Tour coming out on Android and iOS on the 25th. We have Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition coming out on the Switch on the 26th. Rage 2
Hey,
coming
do
out
it.
for... Rage 2 Rise of the Ghost, whatever the hell that is, must be DLC. Coming out for the systems on the 26th. Tropico 6 coming out on the 27th. We
Hype.
have Code Vein. I love
Is
Tropico.
this a code vein?
Code Vein, yep. PS4 and PC on the 27th. Fight and Rage coming out on the Xbox One on the 27th. FIFA 20 coming out on the 27th. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, Jesus Christ, coming out on the Switch on the 27th. Freedom Finger coming out for the Switch and PC on the 27th. We also have Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 coming out on the 27th for the Switch. Dragon Quest 11, Echoes of an Elusive Age S, coming out on the Switch on the 27th. We have Alcana 4 Rhymes Across the Blue coming out on PC on the 27th. And that is the releases. And then next month, we have October. We got Spooktober.
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 Destiny 2 Shadowkeep.
Yep, Destiny 2. No, man. John Wick Hex.
I
Let's talk
think
about
that's going to be a good game.
let's talk about the real video games. Alrighty, so you guys have anything else?
Overwatch is coming out for the Switch on the 15th of next month too, huh?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
nice.
Yeah, B.
It's pretty crazy.
Okay,
Huh.
so
Cool.
well, guys, what's well, I don't know about you, Mark, but what's
That's
coming
all
up?
I had.
What's coming up? What's coming out?
More stuff. Exciting stuff. Real exciting stuff. Not that fake exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is, but it's on its way.
Okay. Anyone want to plug? What
So the only thing that I'm currently having my sights for coming out doesn't actually have to do with gaming, but movie wise, I'm excitedly skeptical, if that works at all, about the new Joker movie.
Me
I'm-
too.
Beard's fantastic.
I'm
Oh,
semi hopeful.
Love Joaquin Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure Joaquin does. I don't know if he's right for Joker, but we'll see.
Joaquin does what Nintendo don't.
Like, I don't know. I just don't know if he's gonna portray Joker well enough. He doesn't. The makeup doesn't look right, in my opinion. But we'll also like, this is where he's supposed to be starting. But also, this isn't an origin, even though people are thinking it's an origin. But like, Joker doesn't really have an origin. because even Joker says like, my origin depends on who you ask, and it also says he's also said, which one? Because technically there are 3 Jokers depending when you're looking at. Because there was Jason Todd, and then there was the other ones. There was fucking original Joker, then there's the whole One Bad Day Joker from Killing Joke. I don't know how they're gonna do this. I'm personally a big Jack Nicholson fan when it comes to Joker. I don't think Heath Ledger was the best Joker. That's just my opinion. A lot of people think I'm wrong, and that's fine.
But what about?
But I don't know.
but
I have
what
an
about-
open mind. I'll see.
But what about the guy from the Suicide Squad? He was the best Joker. I mean, his his
so
forehead
I
said
personally-
damaged on it.
I personally did not mind Jared Leto as Joker.
That's. the
I
stuff
don't think
can't
we
remember.
saw enough Joker to legitimately give him a rating. He was in the movie for maybe 15 minutes.
But what about the
maybe.
sick grill he had?
It wasn't a grill. It was not a grill. It was off of the storyline that after Arkham, Batman punched out his teeth, and those were caps. If you look hard enough, there's spaces where you can see their caps, but everyone just assumes they're a grill.
But what about the damaged on his forehead?
That is in one of that's canon. That's in one of the series,
But-
just like the dragon tattoo on the back.
But so he's a shitty Kiryu. Okay,
What?
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Don't worry
it.
about it. That's for my Yakuza fans out there.
Okay.
He's a
But
shitty
no,
Majima. Sorry.
I personally liked the idea of the Jared Leto Joker if they would have given him more screen. Oh, something else that's coming out. Fucking good old James Gunn's Suicide Squad I'm excited for. I think that has promise.
Some sort of Suicide Squad.
Because they released the cast, but they didn't release who's playing who, which I thought was interesting. So it's interesting. There's obviously what's her fuck? That's real fucking descriptive.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, my
Shit.
favorite.
Harley Quinn, whatever the fuck. Margot Robbie. Then Idris Elba's casted for it. He's gonna be in there.
He just sounds pretty good.
The guy who played Captain Boomerang, and the guy who played the one soldier dude, Rick Flag, I think he's also gonna be in there. And the one person who played Amanda Waller. But those are the only people from the original cast.
So
they're
no
coming
Will
over.
Smith?
Will Smith's done. They booted him.
Fucking terrible movie. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
Dude, Will Smith didn't even play a good Deadshot. All he did was play Will Smith.
He's really good at playing Will Smith, though.
That's all. Because
Have
that's
you
all he
seen
is.
Hancock?
Yeah, he's obviously a
It's like
great
a
superhero.
mad Will Smith
Yo, you know, I really liked I Am
the
Legend.
whole time.
Yo, you ever see
I Am
Seven?
Legend was solid.
You ever see 7 Pounds? You know, the one where he
What?
kills himself. And
You
the
want to
fat-
see 7 pounds?
But no, like I don't know. They also put Pete Davidson in there, and I don't know who he's gonna play. I don't know if I like Pete Davidson or not.
He's gonna play Joe.
Joe,
Yeah, Joe.
Sif Joestar.
No, Joe.
I don't know who Joe is.
Joe Mama!
Oh, wow!
Flames.
You got me.
Ooh, got him.
I can't even do this show anymore.
You're fucking leaving. And that's it. Jeff's done. He's gone. Gonzo.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Feel that.
My brain is
Yeah, I don't know.
completely shut
I
off.
think there's a lot of movies that are coming out that are going to be pretty decent or complete train wrecks. I guess we'll just see.
Okay.
I heard it's been really good so far.
I hear It Chapter 2 isn't that great.
I've heard mixed reviews.
I mean, I don't watch movies, so
That's
yeah, I'm
fair.
not a movieer.
I could sit and watch anime for like 5 hours straight, but I'll be like, I have to invest.
Reading the fucking screen.
I have to invest 2 hours into one movie. Nah.
I heard it was good as well. I watched Hong Kong Hustle again this week. I love that
Hong
movie.
Kong Fooey.
No, Hong Kong Hustle.
Big Trouble in Little Tokyo?
No, Hong Kong Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu
Is that
Hustle?
what it is? Is it Kung Fu Hustle?
I think
Yeah.
you're talking about Kung Fu
Yeah.
Hustle.
I was going to say, I've never heard of Hong Kong Hustle.
The Japanese version. It's the Hong Kong version of Rush Hour.
It's the black market blue leg.
Yeah, it's good. And then I've also been watching the Boondocks. It's just so funny.
I was never a huge fan personally.
Yeah, it's so. I was. It's good.
Now I'll tell you what I like. Boondock Saints. Those
Yeah,
were good
Saints
movies.
Pretty good.
Excuse me.
I'm with James. I don't really watch movies. I haven't seen that yet.
Boondock Saints are really good.
So
It's
I've
the best
heard.
thing Norman Reedus and his Funky Fetus was in before his Funky Fetus. Wait,
Funky
hold.
Fetus.
It was
It's
the
on
best
my
thing.
list.
It was the best thing Norman Reedus has been in before his Funky Fetus. Norman Reedus and his Funky Fetus, Death Stranding, 2020.
Oh, okay.
See,
I feel it.
that's the official name of Death Stranding is Norman Reedus and his Funky Fetus.
The only other thing is it already came out, so it's not something I'm looking forward to. But I'm still looking forward to playing it. I saw Greedfall finally got released. I've been wanting to play that game since I first saw the original trailer back in like 2017.
What
Like
is
no,
that?
maybe it was even 2016.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither.
Greedfall. So I don't know a ton about it. From what I saw, it looked like in the same kind of aspects as like the FromSoft games. I could be completely wrong, but that's what the trailer looked like. It looks really good in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I've seen some footage of this.
I think it looks really good, and I've been waiting for this game to come out for a long time, and I really want to get into it. So that's probably something I'll pick up relatively soon.
You gonna stream
Wow. Oh, I also downloaded Darksiders 3. I heard that was promising.
it? Heard it
I know
was-
Darksiders 2 was popular.
Darksiders 1 was good because it was just The Legend of Zelda. And then Darksiders 2 was good, and then Darksiders 3 had a $300 collector's edition that no one bought.
This game looks like it kind of takes the idea of Monster Hunter and Skyrim and puts it together.
Oh,
At least some of
Greedfall?
yeah, at least some of the scenes look like that. But then it
Mhm.
looks like old school Fallout. Like neat. Yeah, that game does look like it's gonna be cool. I seen people streaming it. I think that's where I saw it, or something. I don't remember where I seen it, but yeah, I've seen a little bit of footage of this.
I like the era it's like based in. Like it's kind of hard to exactly pin it out, but like
Yeah,
it kind of seems like UK-ish almost, like ancient UK, not ancient
Right.
UK, but like old school.
reminds me of-
Revolutionary.
Huh.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of
Yeah, Revolution. That's right.
Warhammer Fantasy. The
Yeah.
Have you guys ever played that? The battle what is
Warhammer
it?
40,000.
Well, the computer game. How is it called? There's like a bunch of them.
Warhammer Total War.
Total War, yeah, Total War, Warhammer.
I haven't played that one. No,
Dude, those games are so fun.
Well, yeah,
I played the
it's
tabletop
it's
Warhammer for a
total.
while.
It's basically the tabletop, but
an RTS.
yeah, it is. It's basically the tabletop, but a computer version. It's super cool, dude. It's so fun.
Okay,
My buddy Jay played the Vampire Counts. He totally
nice.
destroyed all of the lands.
Completely off topics, kind of, because we said tabletop. But out of curiosity, is anyone here interested in D&D?
Yeah, I used to DM.
I'm
I
pretty
used to play
interested
a
in
long
it,
time
yeah.
ago.
What was that, James?
I'm pretty interested in getting into it.
Because if I can get people who are legitimately down and have time, I want to start streaming
That's right.
D&D.
We
Like
can just get
streaming like a D&D like a whole fucking like quest.
Yeah, we just get Tabletop Simulator and do it.
Yeah, because they have a ton online. And I know there's a good one my buddy sent me.
I know of a group that play D&D and they use Arc.
Huh.
They use Arc
Interesting.
to play it, yeah,
Of course.
because they can spawn in creatures and stuff. So
Okay,
yeah, that's a neat idea.
that is interesting.
Well, Jeff, do you have anything coming out?
Do I have anything coming out?
that you're gonna be working on, streaming, etc.?
No, but I'm definitely going to just probably impromptu. Actually, I will. You'll probably see me popping in and out randomly. I'm testing some stuff out and trying to get everything back up and running. I also want to start recording like the longer sessions. So I need to download. Like I was thinking about finishing Alien Isolation, considering I technically had like probably about 3 or 4 episodes of that left from like a long time ago, and then maybe pick up Subnautica, like finish playing that.
Nice.
Just
Didn't
kind
they
of like,
update that game though.
dude, they came out with the second one, is what
Yes,
might be thinking of.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yeah.
That looks so good. I saw
It really
Markiplier
does
for a
look
little
awesome.
bit.
Yeah, so I want to finish playing the first one so that I can get into the second one.
So from what I've seen, I don't know if you've watched any gameplay, but it doesn't look like they're directly connected. So you could just end up playing the second one if you wanted to.
Right. There are some references though that I think
Yeah.
would be cool.
Like the
Plus-
characters, obviously.
Plus, I have like a YouTube series that's up to episode
Oh, nice.
like 8 or 9, and then I just stop playing like a dum dum.
Hmm.
So there's a couple games that I do that with. If they're I don't know why I do it, but if they're like super duper long, I mean, you have to think about it, man. You put out 1 episode a week, and you're doing like an hour an episode.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Dude, that's like
Well, we're-
30 weeks.
We're playing Yakuza 0 and Final Fantasy 7 on my channel.
Yeah,
You know,
that
so
one
I-
never ends.
It will never.
I
end.
fucking I found out what it's like to be a content creator the other day. I know
Yeah.
James knows about this, but so I found this game on Steam. It was free. It's called Kurtzbell. It's an MMORPG, and I was streaming for a solid hour and realized it was playing my audio input. No, I think it was the output. One of the two. All I know is it wasn't taking my voice into my quadcast. It was taking it into my Logitech camera. So
Doesn't
the
sound like
entire
poopy.
audio was garbage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to the content creator world.
Yeah, I was so mad. I haven't done more of it because I don't want to replay the beginning, because the beginning was slow and then it starts to pick up really quickly. But like it was so annoying. So yeah, that part
Yep.
of content creating, I'm not a big fan of. I fucked up.
The
But it's not me
joys.
though.
But I mean, other than that, I'm just going to be trying to pick up stuff, and I'm going to be experimenting for a second, and then I'm going to get back into the full swing of things.
I feel
I'm almost there. Plus, Mark and I we're going to hopefully finish up this like get these other stories. Like just I don't know. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Where can they find
So
you?
much potential.
So much potential. Crazy.
Jeff, where can they find you?
Splash King Gaming on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, Instagram.
Twitter.
I think that's Twitter, but I don't really use it that much.
No,
Almost
but
ever.
they can find you on Twitter though.
Yeah, I'm there. I got some pictures, some older stuff. But yeah. How about you? Where can they find you?
Well, me, if you enjoy long Let's Plays of Japanese games, you could find me on youtube.com/peopleIHateStudios, where we're currently playing on Wednesday. We're playing Yakuza 0 on Wednesdays. I had to stop and think there for a second. We're playing Yakuza 0 on Wednesdays, and on Fridays we're playing Final Fantasy 7. And then sometime throughout the week we're going to start playing Man of Medans for Spooktober.
Should kill everyone. Make them upset.
So during the Until Dawn, there we go. That's the name. And the Until Dawn Let's Play that I did years ago. Our goal was to keep everyone alive. That's what we were going to do. Everyone will live. Everyone is here. And it was going great until like the last 2 episodes, when pretty much everyone died.
Oh,
So that was like some big oofs in chat right there. If you want to watch me stream Monster Hunter World or Nier Automata, 2 other Japanese games that are going to take 20 million years for me to beat, you can find me at twitch.tv/peopleIHateStudios. If you want to see what other Japanese games I'm playing, you can follow me on Twitter at peopleIHate10. Anyone else want to plug their socials?
why not?
Why
You
got
can
it.
find me
Why not?
on good old everything. So Mixer, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Yeah, I think I already locked down the YouTube name. So a lot of these are going to be semi-empty because I've been trying to perfect my stream stuff. But I am active fairly relatively. I am active fairly often on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. So at everything at YF Kitsune. Just go type that in. That's all one word, YF Kitsune. So you'll be able to find me. I'm gonna be playing. So I do have a Spooktober game that I'm gonna be playing called
Ooh.
Canarium. It's all very HP Lovecraft based.
Ooh.
It's super Lovecraftian, like Cthulhu and shit. If all of y'all know who HP Lovecraft is, but it has a lot of influences from those books, not movies, books. And if anyone's ever played the game Call of Cthulhu, it's got similar aspects, like super dark and gritty kind of style. But yeah, super cool art in that game, and that's what I'm gonna be playing and streaming in the next, I'd say, week and a half, whenever the first week of October is.
Do you guys know what H.P. Lovecraft named his cat?
Hmm.
I can't say it on stream. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Oh god.
I actually don't know.
If anybody knows the answer to that, post it in our in the
No.
Discord.
Okay, there you go, in the Discord. Mark, do you have anything that you want to plug? Any socials or anything like that?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at MarkDude701, as well as on Twitch and Twitter as well, at mark.exe. I don't stream too often. I used to do a bunch of drawings, but now that I'm in a new place, I'm gonna try and do it weekly now. So
Nice.
we'll get there.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching episode. What episode is this again? 35?
35.
For watching / listening to episode 35 of the Level Unlock podcast. You can find us at everywhere: YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Spotify, Level Unlock Podcast. You can email us, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com. And then you can also tweet at us at James LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod. So thank you, Low Gang, or our lovely Low Gang, or Jake Paulers. Much love to all y'all.
Lock pickers.
We're Jake Paulers now, and Low Gang. Why do you have your hands raised?
I'm sorry. Can I plug one more thing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is it?
I just wanted to let everyone know that if you're into comic book stuff or movies and pop culture, besides like just gaming and whatnot, where I originally got my podcasting stuff from, my buddy is back in Erie, PA for the foreseeable future. So I'll also be having a podcast that we'll be doing semi-regularly and hopefully at least weekly, called it's a revival of the Bombasticast, and I'll be posting all that stuff on my social medias.
Nice.
Sorry, I just figured because that's going to be starting up within the next week or two, I'd plug that as well.
Okay. Well, with that, this is the Level Unlock podcast signing off.
Appreciate
Have a
it.
good
Adios.
night,
Have
everybody.
a good one, guys.
Everybody stay amazing. You know, they're real good amazing.